We're all discombobulated today, y'all. Everybody, put your hands together for today's guest, Carly C. There she is. There she goes. There she goes. Oh, his name is Rome.
I can never get Twitch names right. It's fine.
I know. Look at this. I don't know what's going on with my. Oh, okay. There it is. All right. So, those
hi. There he is.
those might pop up once in a while.
Hi everybody. Hi Apocalypse Witch. Hi Morgana. Hi friends. Hi CT. So many friends in chat. Robbie G. Hi everybody. Happy Sunday. I'm just so happy to be here today.
Sunday fun day. I'm having so much fun. I'm so excited. I'm choking on my own saliva. So welcome everyone. Welcome.
We've all been there.
Yeah, this is what happens when you just get too excited, I guess. I don't know. In any case, wow, I almost called you Morgan. I don't know where that came from. I think it was because I was looking at Morgana. She put a baby Yoda in there, and now she's saying hi. So
I know, I see that.
It's very cute. Carly, thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate you fitting us in. I know that you are that you're in a busy time in your life. Now, did you recently get married, or you're about to get married?
I'm getting married. Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, of course.
And I love your intro too. And
it's all disheveled and crazy.
I'm getting married in September. This September.
Oh, okay.
So it came up really fast.
Oh, all right, nice. How long you guys been engaged?
So we've been engaged since November of 2020.
Oh,
but we've been together over 7 years. Chris and I. We actually met when I was 18 and he was 22 in college.
Nice. So he what did you study in college?
I studied sociology and he was I was a freshman and he was a senior and we actually met on Tinder.
Yes.
So everyone was thinking
Let's go. Let's go. Listen, Tinder.
Tinder, sponsor us.
Sponsor our wedding. Sponsor their wedding, Pete. Tinder. Pete, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. We're just talking about Tinder dates, getting right to the juicy stuff. Right to the juicy stuff.
But everyone thought, okay, he's a senior. It's not gonna, I don't think people thought it was gonna last, because he was graduating. But I think we proved him wrong.
you kept the flame of blip, 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 blip. Yeah, bloop. Well, I think that's beautiful. I love that. I love that you guys met and you guys, both of you are very young still. Well, he's what is he, 29? I only know this because of that video. Maybe he's a little bit older now. I watched the video about your tiny home, which I am in love with. But you guys are young and it's beautiful that you guys are going to get married and things are great. And I'm glad that you guys, it's nice to find love when you're young and everything's working properly.
Yeah.
I was late to the stream because I literally had to go on my back roller and get a kink out of my neck because I'm old and things are falling apart. So I had to I was on the floor listening to your song, rolling back and forth on a roller, on a foam roller. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, it's I bet Carly didn't have to do anything like this before but this is what I do before I stream.
I went for a hike today.
So you're in Maine, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Is there
It is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
What kind of hiking is there? Is there mountains? I'm not sure of the terrain. I've been to Maine once and it was a long time ago and it was on the coast and it was quick and it was in and out. Yeah. But well, maybe no. I'm thinking of Rhode Island. Never mind. I've never been to Maine. I've been to Rhode Island. Totally different state.
Okay. They are different.
Very different states.
No, but we moved here last July. I grew up in Massachusetts.
Okay.
So I've lived in New England my whole life. But we moved here last July because Maine is more friendly for tiny homes. That's why we ended up here.
Mm.
But yeah, we're right on the coast in like the mid-coast Maine area.
Wow.
And yeah, there's forests, there's fields, there's mountains where you can go hiking, there's the
So
ocean.
so
It's a
the
very rocky coast, lots
okay.
of pine trees.
Ah.
But it's just, yeah,
What
it's
what
really
what about
nice.
Maine?
Lakes, I love it.
Oh, well, I mean, so you're a nature person. You like to be in nature. I mean,
Yeah,
just I mean, you guys live in the woods in a little house, so I mean, I
you
couldn't
have
imagine you.
to.
Yeah. It's like, no, I really miss the city. My life is miserable.
Yeah, yeah.
Why is Maine tiny house friendly?
Yeah, so they actually passed. So the company that built our home is called Tiny Homes of Maine.
Mm.
And the owner of that company, Corinne, helps spearhead two laws in the state of Maine
Hmm.
that make it friendlier legally to live here because they recognize tiny homes as a permanent living residence.
Ah.
Where before they were kind of just getting grouped in with RVs.
Yeah.
And you can't just park an RV on a piece of land and just like they're gonna kick you out
I
technically
live
after
here
180
now. Yeah.
days.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't just buy a piece of land and do whatever you want with it. You can't. There's
that's
zoning laws, there's town laws.
yeah.
Everything has to get approved by the town. So,
That's
yeah,
so
so Maine is
weird.
just more progressive.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. I
You
find
don't know these things until you have to know
yeah,
these
no
things.
kidding. No, it's really
Yeah.
weird that you could buy a property and then you can't just do whatever you want with your own property, especially if it's just sort of in the middle of nowhere. It's like who am I, what is happening? Like who am I affecting with my space, the things that I want to do on it? Like why does it even matter to you?
Yeah.
But it does. It does matter. It does matter.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
and I'm seeing
Yeah.
your questions coming in, y'all. I'm gonna get to those. I'm just going with the flow of where we're at right now, but I do want to talk about your tiny home because it's so cute. First of
Yeah.
all, and I've kind of lived in like I've lived in a van for a few months before with my family,
Oh, you
so
did the van life
I
thing?
did the van life.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Phil? Welcome in, Pizza Man. What's going on, baby boy? Um,
Hi, Phil. Hi, Pizza Man.
I can't really think of anything. What is it? What does a human really need a roof or walls anyway? Well, yeah. Yeah, we'll get there, Pizza Man. But I did the van life for a couple months and we did like West Coast. West Coast, we went up the West Coast and then went up north like through like Washington and South Dakota and Minnesota and went up to the UP and stuff. Music, what's up? What's up? Welcome in.
Okay.
Um so
Hi.
I have a little experience. The one thing I know about living in a tiny space is that you have to be very tidy.
Yeah.
You can't just set this here
Yes.
and you start setting things here and there and things just build up and life is chaos. It's chaos. How do you guys contend with
Yeah.
that? Like it seems like you guys are very minimalist. Like it doesn't look like you have a lot of things that you have to like put around you and how do you guys work that out?
Yeah.
How do you keep the place tidy?
Yeah. So before, when we decided we were going to do the tiny home thing in
Yeah.
2020, like the world changed in 2020 for
Right.
everybody. And we were just thinking a lot about, yeah, like where we were going in our lives and what we wanted. And we were renting a three-bedroom house actually,
Oh, okay.
but paying almost like 2 grand a month
Whoa,
and
in
just feeling really
Massachusetts?
overwhelmed.
Was that
Eastern Mass,
okay?
which the rental prices, yeah,
Yeah,
near
yeah.
south of Boston.
Wow. Okay, so it's crazy. Two
So
thousand dollars is nuts.
yeah,
Anyways,
it's
yeah,
crazy. Even worse now. Yeah,
yeah,
even
yeah. Oh,
worse
yeah.
now.
Right. I can imagine that
Um,
now.
yeah. So I started watching a lot of videos about tiny homes, and I was like, I think we can do this, and just resonating a lot with what they were saying about the lifestyle and stuff. So we just went through our entire house. Hi Ryan. Yeah, we just went through our entire house, and I know, yeah. And just got rid of a lot. And yeah, just downsized as much as we could. And then when we moved into the tiny home, we just, it's just we're super smart about storage.
Yeah.
And we also built an outdoor shed, so that helps. We
Ah,
have a
yes.
7x7 outdoor shed. So we store stuff. That's a necessary thing. We store stuff in there too. But I've always been like, ask my family or friends, or Chris. I've always been a really clean person.
Ah,
Sometimes to the point of like, Chris is like, "Where'd you put my glasses? Where'd Carly put the remote?" Because I'm just putting things away all the
right,
time.
right, right.
So I've always been like a really tidy person, and especially because we have a dog. She sheds, and we have
Oh
to
my
keep
gosh.
things extra clean. But
Yeah.
I'm like one of those weird people where I kind of like cleaning, like it's a part of my routine.
Yeah.
Like I wake up, I clean, I feel good, I start my day. So yeah, I just do my cleaning routine every morning. Also, it's a tiny home, so it really doesn't take very long.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
Right.
it's a pretty short cleaning routine. But yeah, it's interesting because that's the biggest thing is we don't miss anything. Like in terms
Hmm.
of material things, we have everything we need, and we have a really beautiful outdoor space. We're actually renting a piece of land that we met these people on Craigslist. So we're renting a piece of land that's super private. Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
we met them on Craigslist. They're
That's
such a wonderful couple. We got very fortunate because sometimes Craigslist, you
right.
just don't know.
That's all I'm thinking is like
We got very
Craigslist is so
fortunate.
sketch. Like I fear
I
Craigslist.
know. Chris and I were like, who are these people? Like, how did we find? It's like a needle in a haystack.
Right.
How did we find these people?
Right. No,
Um,
imagine dating
but yeah.
before Tinder, people were dating on Craigslist, okay? Misconnections. Eddie Brown music.
No.
Welcome in. Welcome in. I couldn't imagine
Hi Ryan. Hi Eddie. Sweet.
it's so strange. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, her lifestyle does make me feel like a disgusting slob. So did you um d- did either of you guys have a problem with letting go of your stuff, or were you guys just both like, you know what, we don't need any of this. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, no, we honestly had no problems. And I
Wow.
think that was part of the conversation that we had.
Mm,
It's just like, okay, what do we want in this life? Do we care about like the big house and the fancy cars? I think especially in America, success is defined a lot of times by what stuff you have.
right.
I have this big house and this really nice yard and these cars, and look how successful I am. And we were like, okay, for us, that's not success. This
Right.
is success.
Yeah.
Like this is what feels right for us. So just, yeah, breaking away from that idea. And it really, again, really wasn't for, it's not for everybody, of course.
Yeah.
But just to say that there are other options out there and there are different versions of what success is. And
Yeah.
because some people, of course, like our family and stuff, people have been really supportive, especially as they've come up and seen it and like seen Maine and like understand it more. But at first, I think a lot of people were like, "What?
What are you doing?" Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I get
you're
it.
moving to a what? A tiny home?"
No, I completely get that. It's no, it's weird how people measure success. Where like people make like $100,000
Yeah,
a year, but like will spend, they're in, they spend like $95,000 a year on like cars and crap and new phones and
yeah,
new this and yards and all this nonsense. And it's really it's
yeah.
interesting to see when it's not interesting, it's actually kind of sad. I guess it's sadly interesting that people measure their success by how much debt and how much they're scraping by and how much crap they can accumulate over a time.
Yeah.
I have a hoarder's tendency. So like
Okay.
when we left San
I
Diego,
can teach you a few things.
oh, trust me, you don't need to. My wife is the exact opposite. She was like trying.
Raina has it covered. Okay.
Oh, she like was throwing away my stuff. She was just like, I'm gonna, okay, you don't need this, you don't need that, and she's just throwing away all these old CDs and like old electronics because I know a little bit about electronics and I can fix that and it never fixed it. It was like a graveyard of broken gear. It's like heads for guitar amps
Yeah.
and PA heads and speakers missing the cone, and it was all nonsense, right? And it was like a
Yeah.
very
Right.
hard thing for me to let go at first. But what ended up happening
Right.
yeah, I mean once we hit the road and like you start understanding what you really need in life and what's necessary, and all those things, they don't bring happiness. Now, I did keep my musical equipment that worked,
Mm.
okay, because that's valuable. She wanted me to get rid of everything. She was like,
You got to keep that.
well, yeah, she was trying to get me to get rid of my guitars and stuff, and I was just like, look, that's where I put my foot down. I
That's
can't.
the line.
That's the
No.
line. It was like she was like, we can get more new stuff, and I'm just like, when? Like, we live in this van, and like, what's happening? In any case, it was a beautiful experience, to sort of let go. And now we kind of have that mentality. It was like
Mm-hmm.
one of those things that broke that cycle of just this need to have stuff.
Mm.
I mean, I still want
Mm-hmm.
stuff, like but most of the stuff I
Mm-hmm.
want, it all goes towards like stuff I want or need for like music or the stream. I don't buy new stuff. Like, I don't care about buying new clothes. I barely buy new
Yeah.
shoes when I have to. Like, oh, I guess there's a hole in my fucking foot, so I should probably get new shoes. I
Yeah.
don't know, like, how it seems like you guys are not, you're not trying to accumulate a lot of stuff because you guys don't have room for this stuff. But like, was there ever a moment,
Yeah.
or like, how are you guys when you are going to decide to get something new because you have such a small space? What goes into that decisions? Like, how do you weigh it out, getting something or buying something new, considering your lack of space?
Are we back?
We're back.
Okay, it froze for me then.
Oh, okay, okay. I think we've, yeah. Oh, okay, okay.
Sorry about that. Okay,
Totally
back.
cool.
Okay.
Totally cool. It's all good.
Yeah, it's probably we have Starlink internet by the way, which
Oh,
is
you got
really
Elon
cool.
Musk internet?
Yeah, we have
Wow.
which works really well. I mean, there are times, but for the most part, it works really well. And
Well,
what's
you
cool about it is we don't
stream.
have to like rely on an internet company to get
Now, is
internet.
that
So.
countrywide? Is that worldwide? Or like, can you
No,
travel
I
it?
only think it's in certain areas, and we
Okay.
happen to be in an area where we can get it. But I also heard he's just releasing like a more mobile version of Starlink internet, which
See,
is
that'd be
neat.
dope. And you
But yeah,
stream over that,
yeah,
over Starlink.
yeah.
So, and you're
And
streaming.
Netflix, we do everything.
Well, I mean, for
Yeah,
for me, like, I just think about the upload speed because streaming
yeah.
takes a considerable amount of upload speed. We just moved into a new apartment that has fiber optic, so like our upload speed
Okay.
is awesome. Download speed, our upload and download speed are the same, and it's like 800 or something, whatever that means. But it's like
Yeah.
it's incredible. Like, I never thought there were gonna be a time in
I
my
don't
life.
even know what fiber optic means, but I've heard it on commercials, so I'm
It's
actually
dope.
impressed.
It's dope. I ain't gonna lie. It's a flex. It's a flex.
Yeah, like
It's
that just
tight.
sounds fancy. We have fiber optic.
We got fiber optic. It's dope. It's fancy. I love it. But
Yeah.
but Starlink is very fascinating. Because he was
Yeah.
because there was like because he was sending over. Hey, what's up, buddy? What's up, moving Dutchman? Welcome in. The Because Elon Musk was sending Starlink over to the Ukraine for what's going on over there, so they can keep in communication.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's really a really interesting idea to where if he can just sort of make the internet just ubiquitous and just omnipresent, and just everywhere, and for
Yeah.
people to sort of
Accessibility.
exactly, I think that's something
Yeah.
that's going to change a lot of things in this world. I mean, even people in rural areas like yourself, are able to sort
Yeah.
of get this high speed internet access to information because that's what it's all about is access to information. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard what I said, but what goes into making decisions to buying like new stuff that you want that not necessarily is a need? How do you weigh that decision considering you're in a small space?
I kind of do if something is gonna like if I'm gonna get a new pair of shoes, like if something comes into the house, then something has to leave.
Oh, that's a
So if like
good.
I get a new pair of shoes or something, I'm like, okay, what are the shoes that I really don't need? Or,
Yeah.
just looking through my clothes. What have I not worn in like 6 months? I think it was a TED talk and it was like the 365-year rule too. Like if you haven't touched it in a year,
Yeah.
get rid of that. You're not gonna use that. But Yeah, there haven't. I mean, so I literally have one guitar and one ukulele in terms of instruments that are
Mm.
hanging up high up behind me. So I had to sell one of my guitars, but I had barely touched it, so I
Mm.
didn't feel
Yeah.
like too. I
I'm
I
sorry.
got
I
my
was like,
Ibanez. I love my Ibanez. I know.
I was like
I have
frightful
my
for you.
Ibanez.
Yeah.
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 But the one thing I was like kind of was thinking about getting a piano because I want to learn piano.
Mm.
But I'm like, wait, I don't even know if we have room for that. So I might have to wait. That's the one only time when I was like, hmm, do they have mini pianos? I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. No.
This
No.
tiny ass, like,
Oh, I know. I know. Like
that's what I need.
we moved from a house to an apartment, and the apartment's a decent size apartment. You know, it's not like a little tiny one bedroom, but it's definitely smaller. And I have so much musical equipment, and I have I took up like all my family's closet space with all my stuff, and so my wife has been kind of on me a little
Yeah,
bit, like, what aren't you? You don't need that electric drum set, right? How about that second keyboard? You don't need that second keyboard. You have like four
right. Do you
guitars.
need two keyboards?
And yes, the answer is yes, Carly. I do need two keyboards that I haven't touched in months.
The
Okay.
answer.
But it's that hoarder mentality. But I've been able to shift that hoarder
Yeah,
mentality into again like what is useful to me, because I also do production and writing, and
yeah,
and so like at any given time I need my
right.
glockenspiel. I need a glockenspiel. So like I'm making little bell sounds, and
I
it's
need two pianos. I need two pianos
ridiculous.
right
It's a necessity to life. Okay, this is how we do it. But I feel you, E flat guy. I feel you about like parting with your
Yeah,
instruments and not having space for it. I can't. I don't
I
know
get
if I
that.
could deal with that. But yeah. I mean, if it came down to like if we needed like food or something, buy goodbye instruments, I would go and do that. But we make money and stuff, so it's fine. But what
Yeah.
so you do you both work remotely then? Is that you both have remote jobs?
No, no. Chris works full time
Mm.
as an environmental health and safety specialist, and he
Oh,
commutes like
dope.
an hour to and
Oh, okay.
from work, which is yeah. So yeah, he's going into work. He's been able to work from home a little more with gas being fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I actually do music and Twitch, and then I also work with kids. I've been working with kids for over 6 years.
Wha-
So, so yeah, I'm doing childcare part-time Monday through Friday right now, which
Sweet.
I really love. I've always loved working with kids. In
Yeah.
addition to music, that's always been something, yeah,
Yeah,
I've enjoyed. And I've
the
worked in like schools
mm,
and yeah, kids with disabilities and camps and things like that. So,
sweet. Yeah, like that's awesome. I recently found out that I enjoy working with people, because for a long time I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to stay in my hole forever. Like I don't want to leave.
yeah.
Over the winter I worked with some homeless folks for an organization here in
Hmm.
Ohio, and now I'm working with older folks in a retirement home. So it's like it's been like really interesting to find out that I like to help people and like to like work with people and try to like bring light into these lives. So I it's nice.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
nice to discover that. I'm middle aged, so like it's nice to discover that I do want to help. I do care. I do. Uh,
I like people.
yeah, I do like people.
Yeah.
A podcaster. I like people. They're okay. You want to be on my show? I mean, I guess I'll like you if you come on my show. Ugh. But that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, what? So part of you guys moving to the tiny home was just that you wanted to simplify your life. Like, what was the main thing that drew you to that lifestyle?
Yeah, so I think with the lifestyle, there's been a whole. It's not like you just live in a tiny home and
Mm,
you have like nickels and everything's like woo. Like there were a lot of challenges
right.
with I mean, the land we're on was completely undeveloped, so we had to do a lot of work to make it livable
Oh wow.
and get a lot of permits approved and talk to the town and talk to the state and hire a contractor and just
Wow.
all of these things. So it came with its own set of challenges that I think that's why I'm really passionate about sharing the story because I think other people, it's very overwhelming and I can see why people would maybe want to do it and just don't end up doing it.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, so it really was, yeah, simplifying. I mean, we both love to be outside. Neither of us have any desire to live in the city. That's
Hmm.
just us. I mean,
Yeah.
we like our privacy and we like having access to, nature and the ocean is really nice. And yeah, simplifying our lives. And then just financially, it just made
Mm.
sense. Like we weren't ready to buy a home, but we didn't want to rent anymore because that was just
Yeah.
like eating at our soul.
Right.
So, yeah, so we just were looking for an alternative. And I think with Chris and I, we knew we could do it. Like some of our couple friends will like come to the tiny home and be like, we would break up, you know. But
Yeah.
we've been together many years, and we're both adventurous spirits. We've been out of the country a few times together. We did like a cross country road trip together,
Oh,
and
cool.
we kind of just when we get our mind on something, both of us, and we really want it, like we want it, and we just go for it. So we knew we wanted it, and we had each other to back. Like if I was doing this by myself, no. If he was doing it by himself, probably not.
Yeah.
But because we were doing it together and we had the same vision and we had each other to remind each other and just lean on we wanted the same thing. So that really helped make it possible.
Yeah. Well, I mean
So
that.
that's always nice.
Well, that's beautiful. That's just beautiful. With it is. It's really nice. Like that's really like.
Thank you.
I mean, in a small space, things can go down in a small space. Like being stuck, feeling stuck with somebody in a tiny home in the middle of the
Hmm.
woods. Like that. That
In the
that can.
winters are tough in New England. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. In the winter is crazy. Is that thing pretty? Like you guys had to do work on the home itself too, right? Like you had to do
Yeah.
insulating it and some other stuff, right? To get it winterized, and it
Yeah.
was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, because
like
we had making sure all the piping, heated piping,
right,
skirting the bottom of the home because it's lifted up. It's on a trailer. It's on
yeah.
wheels.
So
So we
you
had to
could
like
just roll
skirt the
your. I
but the
love that.
homes
Yeah.
themselves.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I
The
interrupted.
homes themselves are built really well.
Hmm.
Like Tiny Homes of Maine says they're like built for Maine winters and yeah, they're built really well. So
It. Well, the one thing that really blew me away when I watched that video of you guys, doing the tour of your home was how you get your water. Can you explain to
Mhm.
everybody how you get your water?
Yeah. So when we were doing this, like you have to think about you like things you don't think about. Where am I going to get my water?
Yeah,
Where am I going to get my
that's
power?
very
Where is the
important.
water that's like leaving my home going to go?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Oh,
these are
yeah.
things you don't really think about. Um so our home is all electric, which is nice. So we're hardwired to an electric pole. Which was a whole thing, but we did it.
You did
And
it.
so there's no gas or propane. Makes
Mm.
it, yeah, we did it. It makes it easier when it's just all electric. Um, but yeah, so with the water, we were looking at just I mean, drilling a well is very expensive.
Yeah.
I think depending on how deep you want the well to be, it's like thousands of dollars. So,
Whoa.
um, so that wasn't an option for us. So we were thinking about just getting like water delivered. You can get like drinkable, potable water, they call it,
Mm.
delivered. And then we discovered that there was a natural spring about 10 minutes from us. And which was really lucky. But that they test this water every year. It's drinkable water. People go there and you'll see them filling up, jugs of water. And it's always pretty busy there in the summer, especially. So we were like, all right, we're going to develop a system that we can get water from this natural spring. We have an external water tank that's 275 gallons. My fiance, Chris, we have a transfer tank. So he puts it on the back of his F 150. We go to the spring. In the spring, they've built it so it's like a faucet and it just
Mm.
like never stops running. So it's not like a brook. They've built it so many people were using it.
Mm.
So yeah, we literally pump water from that spring into the transfer tank. We back the truck up. We pump it from the transfer tank into the tank that we have next to our home, and that's our water source. So it's natural. It's a process,
It's a
but
lot.
yeah, we are literally, yeah, it is a lot. So yeah, we're using natural spring. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, we froze. Oh, we froze. Oh, we froze. We're
Okay.
back. And we're
Yeah,
back.
I
Um,
think it's my internet.
that's
Sorry.
okay. Damn you,
Yeah.
Musk. Damn you.
Seriously, it's at the worst time. It's always at the worst times, but that's life.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is. I mean, you have to go tote your water to take a shower. So it's fine. We'll let it go this time,
Seriously.
Musk.
And
Uh,
I'll give Chris all the credit for that, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm fucking doing that myself. Like that is all Chris, by the way. Like God bless. I mean, I'm not even religious, but God bless Chris because he has done a lot
yeah.
of we've both done a lot. I've done more of like the legal side, the paperwork
Mm,
side, the like communicating with the town, but he's done a lot of the,
the physical and
nitty gritty.
yeah,
Yeah.
getting under there and doing it. Yeah. I,
Yeah, exactly.
hey, put him to work, man. Put him to work. That's how it should be, but that's kind of
Yeah.
how it is for my wife too. It's like go over there and do that, and I'm like, all right, let's go do that. And she's like, I'm paying bills. Go do something
Yeah.
physical.
Make
Go
yourself
take out the
useful.
trash, loser. Like, so it's
Yeah.
those dynamics in a relationship I think are great because it's not like one person feels like they're doing more than the other because you're I'm guessing that he's not
Yeah.
really too interested, or at least he probably would do all the paperwork, but he's probably like more interested in doing the physical. And or am I?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know Chris, but
No, for sure.
I I, I
Oh, for
I
sure.
assume that you
Yeah.
guys fell into your roles pretty naturally, just because of
Yeah.
how the dynamic is. But I love
Yeah.
that, and I just, man, I don't know if I could do that. Like, does the spring freeze in the winter? Like, what happens when the whole thing freezes over?
It doesn't. It
Oh,
literally runs year round. It's the most
tight,
incredible thing.
tight.
It's wild.
And so
Yeah.
you're not worried about dysentery or anything. You don't. Do you have like a reverse osmosis system? Like you just like
No.
drinking
They
it? And,
test it.
yeah.
Yeah. We're just drinking it. They test it every year. Yeah, you'll see people there all the time. And the water literally just tastes like sometimes if you have tap water and it tastes like metal or fluoride or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
like this water just tastes like nothing.
Yeah.
It's just pure, like it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool
No,
because I never had access to that,
right, and it has like its own
different
natural
stuff.
minerals in it. That's probably like honestly, I've had water straight
Yeah,
out the side of a mountain before in Oregon, and it's
that's
just
amazing.
yeah, it's incredible. It tastes like Maine. Yeah, it does.
It tastes like exactly, Phil.
Yeah, it tastes like
Exactly.
Maine. That's pretty good descriptor. Again,
You're good.
I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm just really spitty, which is gross. It's just like I'm sitting here salivating over your water source. It's like, ooh, she gets her
That
water.
main
That
water.
main water,
Seriously.
come bring it, bring it.
Nothing else.
But I know that taste. I know it doesn't taste like anything, but it tastes like life. It tastes like
Yeah.
what you need. There's something about getting your water straight from the earth that
Yeah.
it tastes like it's like you should be having it, it's like this should be a part
Yeah.
of my system. The only thing I would kind of like
Yeah.
freak out a little bit about, because I know you said that they test it every year, but like, I mean,
Yeah.
at any time a deer could die upstream or poop or something. Like, that's my head though. That's
Yeah.
my head. I guess you can't sit there and
Yeah.
freak out about that, but in my brain, like
I
an
know.
animal's gonna die upstream, and then here comes dysentery. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that's just in my head
Yeah.
though. I'm very happy that you guys haven't had any problems with that. I
No.
just
No. No issues. Yeah. hopefully, but our the landowners, one of the she actually grew up here, and so she was like, we used to go to that spring when we were little. So, I think it's safe to say for many years,
Yeah.
this natural spring has been providing water for local residents.
It's so strange to think that, most streams at one time in this country at least was you could probably drink out of them. But now it's like everything's
Yeah.
so polluted. I mean, you guys must be pretty remote for it not to have, because here in Toledo, like the
Yeah.
water turns green in the summer. Like they have algae blooms, and it's from all the fertilizer runoff. And so like you can't.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like
Right.
the lake,
It's just chemicals.
yeah, and it's just
Oh
so
gosh.
many it's horrible what we've done to what we've done to this planet and to this country. But what kind of like, so like does that take a does that factor into your thinking on your impact on the environment? Because it seems like you guys have a pretty low footprint with what you're doing out there. Is that true? Is that safe to assume that you guys have a low imprint or
Yeah.
footprint? Is that
Yeah, well, yeah, Chris studied environmental science in college, and yeah, we've talked about a lot just sustainability,
mm-hmm.
like having our own garden, living off the land more, um, just like straight from the source.
Yeah.
And, it's really cool because Maine in general is pretty progressive environmentally. Like they have a plastic bag ban on the entire
Mm.
state. Um, I definitely, because the environment is such like a important part of the state, and I think they're really good about protecting the environment and having these rules and regulations for a reason in many ways, to make sure that it stays that way, that kids 20 years from now can go to that natural spring.
Yeah.
um, so yeah, I'd say environmentally it's a pretty progressive state, and definitely living more sustainably. Yeah, having a very low footprint was very appealing, because that had been something even before tiny homes that we had talked about, was just like having a lot of land and growing our own food. And I actually don't eat meat too, but
Mm.
so that happened a while ago, but that was you know inspired by many factors, but kind of environmentally as well. So definitely, and it's just part of the lifestyle.
Mm.
It's kind of like a bonus, I think, of the lifestyle.
Yeah, oh,
So
totally, totally. I mean, you guys have one of those like
yeah.
the toilets that what do you call your toilet? That we were looking at those when we were doing van
Yeah.
life because those
Oh,
are so cool. What?
it's huge. So it's called a composting. It's
Yeah,
called a
exactly.
composting toilet.
Mm.
And never in my life had I thought about this, or thought that I would, like, I don't know. Just like other countries are different, but
Mm.
yeah, so the interesting thing about the toilet is it doesn't use any water. It has this whole process where it composts. And it's different, but it's way more environmentally friendly because you're not flushing.
Mm.
So you're saving so much water that
Right.
way. And another appeal of it was that, like, to install a septic tank is like 12 grand,
Ugh.
where 12 to 13 grand easy,
Yes. Yes.
where we just had to put in, they call it a gray water filtration system, which is like the water from your sinks and showers. We had to install one of those, which
Mm.
was like less than half the price, but that was another appeal of it.
Wow.
And people use them in tiny homes, of course, in RVs,
Right.
in boats. I feel like it's kind of a staple of tiny living. And
Hey, Aunt, thank you for that
awesome.
sub, buddy. I appreciate you. I thank you so much. You're gonna get an air horn. Thank you for that sub, Aunt. 9 months, 9 months, Aunt. Jeez Louise.
Switch, baby.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate. Yeah, we got a Twitch, baby. We got
Dang.
we got a good thing going on here, baby. Yeah, I want to come over. I want to take you out to dinner. Um. Anyways,
I think you have to.
yeah. I think I want to get you pregnant. Stupid.
You already did.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Um,
It's like you just had the baby, so like you've been pregnant. You've been hiding this from me, Aunt? Have you been hiding our baby from me? No, you haven't. This is just going downhill. We're talking about toilets, Aunt. Welcome in. We're talking about toilets. We're talking about waste.
Yeah, we're talking about toilets.
So it's perfect that you had our baby on the subject of toilets. So hey, let's go. Why'd you quit meat? I know you said there was some other factors that played into it. What was it, like health? Was it what was all went into your thinking?
Yeah, I was 13 actually when I
Oh
became
wow.
vegetarian, and I joined this like animal rights club in middle school. It was like a middle school thing. And then I just watched a bunch of videos. I probably shouldn't have watched these videos at a young age. I just watched a bunch of videos inside like slaughterhouses and stuff.
Yeah,
And
those
just
are
like as a
horrifying.
13, yeah, yeah, as like a 13-year-old, which is, but just like felt really impacted. And um, yeah, just kind of made that decision then and there. And I don't know, it just like became natural for me. And
Yeah,
I can't imagine it any other way now.
it is
But then I realized the like environmental benefits, the
yeah,
health benefits. I've always been an athlete, and like people will say like you need protein. Like we're in
yeah,
America, you need meat and
yeah.
protein. Where are you
Late,
getting your
yeah.
like my grandparents are Italian. They're like, where are you getting your protein? Have this meatball. But yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I've always, I've just always tried to be conscious about that and never felt like, yeah, I've just always felt good with it. And probably if I ate meat now, I'd throw up everywhere.
Yeah.
But
No, no,
because
I've
I'm so accustomed to it.
yeah,
But
I
yeah.
dated a gal who was vegetarian, which in turn made me vegetarian for a good amount of time. And plus, Reina is mostly vegetarian. She'll eat like fish once in a
Okay.
while. So like, it's around. It's just something I've been getting
Yeah.
used to. But it was but
Yeah.
yeah, I think when you're away from meat like that for a really long time, it does
Mm.
make you sick if you try to eat it. I dated this gal and she was a vegetarian and she ate French fries that were cooked in the same grease where they just they have like beef steaks that they fry and they're because it was like a barbecue place, so it
Um,
was just like pork steaks and just
yeah.
a bunch of just
Yeah.
whatever. This is Ohio, baby. This is we fry and barbecue it all and we just eat it all, so it's like
I don't
whatever.
know much about Ohio, to be honest. So.
There's nothing really to know. LG, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I
Hi,
appreciate.
Elise.
What did you ever realize that we
Yeah.
give meat a different name so that we are less likely to think about the animal we're consuming? Yes, yeah, exactly. We don't want people
That's
starting to
an
question their
interesting point,
thoughts.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't want people
Hi,
questioning
Louise.
things. Welcome in, welcome in.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just eat it. It doesn't
yeah,
matter. Just
yeah.
eat it.
It doesn't matter. Don't think about it. Look, you can just drive through a drive-through and get a dollar burger. Well, it's probably like $2 now, but you can just go get a cheap old
Yeah.
burger and yeah, don't think about it. It's a hamburger. A hamburger. There's no ham in burger, by the way, but it's a hamburger. No, I that is a good point, and it's
That's a
kind.
good point. Yeah.
And it's really strange that we've done that, but I think that's sort of I think that's just sort of how marketing has become. There's
Hmm.
there's always this deception around just eat it, just eat it. Yeah. Um, Oh, I love Weird Al. But yeah, that whole idea of marketing and deception is always a part of it. It's like or making you feel bad. It's
Yeah.
like you'll be hot. Like girls will want to
Mm-hmm.
bang you if you buy Axe body spray, or like, dude,
Yeah.
you'll appeal to men or other people that you're trying to appeal to by wearing this makeup or this concealer or this face wash. So it's
Yeah.
like whatever it is. You studied
All
Morby.
day.
What's
Yeah.
up? What's up? Well, you
Hi,
studied.
Morby.
Welcome in, friend. You studied sociology in college, so I mean, you're kind of
I
familiar with
did.
these
Yeah.
ideas of social constructs and these things. What did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was into sociology too. That I was working on a major until I just stopped going to school, but but
Yeah.
but I was really into sociology, and I really fell in love with it,
Yeah.
and fell in love with like the idea of feminism, and yeah, I think I was this new wave of feminism is I'm not familiar with it, but I was like in the world of like bell hooks and stuff like that. So like,
Mm-hmm.
I really love that idea. I don't know what was your plan? What did you want to take from sociology when you were sort of going into it? What made you go into that field?
Yeah, I mean, I think like when you're 18, it's so hard to know. Like when someone asks you what you
Oh
want to
yeah,
do with your life and you're 18 years old. I mean, I think we're constantly evolving. We're allowed to change our minds.
absolutely.
But sociology made the most sense for me because I just knew I was like a people person and I just wanted to help people. I knew
Yeah,
I wanted to work with people and help people. But it's such a broad major. You can do so much with
yeah, I
it, or you
know.
can do something totally opposite. But
Mhm.
yeah, I just kind of fell into that because it made the most sense and definitely was very interested in the content, obviously, and learned a lot of things in college that, growing up in my bubble in Eastern Mass, I was not aware of before. And yeah, and then I started volunteering working with kids, actually kids at a homeless shelter, and just really enjoyed working with kids and just their excitement about the world and the way that they view things and how they're so curious and I feel like I'm just constantly learning things and being reminded to like be excited about the world. And I know you have a kid and just seeing the world through their eyes,
Yeah.
is so refreshing and feeling like, I can pass things down and like I do music with them a lot. And I actually one of the girls that I babysit, well, the girl that I babysit for, it's a boy and a girl, but the girl is 6 years old. So just trying to instill in her because it's crazy. She was telling me a story of how at school, like the boys were saying how like they didn't pick her on a team because like we didn't want a girl on our team, and I'm like she's 6 years old, and like she's already being told that like she's not as athletic or
Yeah.
not worthy, so just trying to instill in that like you can do anything you want. And
Yeah.
yeah, but anyways, I joined sociology because I just wanted to work with people, so
Yeah.
that was
You
really it.
no, you hit on something really interesting when you said, you're 18 and like what do you know, right? Like what does one know at 18,
Yeah.
like I was a mess. Like I mean, from like 18 to 30, I was just a complete mess. So like it's just I didn't really know either, but it was a really attractive
Yeah.
subject to me, and because I had that same mentality that
Yeah.
I just want to help, and I don't know how, because you feel helpless, when you're young, like you don't really know
Ugh,
how to go about doing things or how to how you can get involved. And so it was a very interesting path
yeah.
for me to take, but like at 18, we do put so much pressure on kids, especially in this country, I guess, and other countries too. But like
Yeah.
for them to make this extreme decision on what they are going to do for the rest of their lives, it's like
Right.
at 18, it's like, okay, you're 18 now, go and find a profession, go do it. Like it's okay to change your mind, but like I feel like there's this societal pressure that sort of makes it feel uncomfortable for people to change their mind, and I don't know. I don't know if you went through that as well, but like
Hmm.
I wanted to be a musician, and then at one point I was like, oh, I'm gonna go into sociology, and then I was like, nah, fuck, it, I'm a
Mm.
musician. It's like, no, I'm just gonna do music, but no, there is this sort of weird pressure. Did you have that pressure going into college? Did you have like your family, or did you feel societal
Mm.
pressure to be like, I gotta figure something out?
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's very overwhelming because you're like in college, you're like half kid, half adult,
Right.
and you're learning a lot of shitty things about the world that, are hard to like cope with how things really are.
Yeah.
Then when you graduate, it's just like, all right. And you're just like, what? Like, what do I do?
Right.
And you're still making $13 an hour working at an elementary school, and you're just like, the 20s especially, because I'm going to be 26 in July. And I think with everything going on, it's definitely been extremely overwhelming. And
Yeah.
we have all these things that like student debt and all these crazy things and COVID and the cost of living and just all these things. And yeah, that feeling of helplessness. And for me, I mean, Twitch has been like using this platform, um, for good has been something I've been really passionate about, and being involved in charity events and just meeting so many incredible people, and just it gives me hope.
Yeah.
And using music is like, the fuel behind that. And yeah, that's given me a lot of hope in times when things feel very overwhelming and very tough,
Yeah. Yeah.
those moments of helplessness. So I'm really grateful too for this platform. Having but really the people, not Twit, but like the people are
Right.
what
Right.
make it,
Yeah.
you
Absolutely.
know.
Yeah, help,
Yeah.
help! I need somebody. Yeah, the Beatles. The Beatles knew
Yeah.
Carly ain't old like us. Yeah,
I know, but come
Carly's not
on.
old.
Oh my
Carly's not old.
god.
She's a spring flower. Um, what when did you start? When did you start finding music? When did you start discovering your voice and your abilities? When did that spring up on you?
Yeah, so in fourth grade, when I was 12, I joined chorus. And
Ooh,
I was in chorus from fourth grade all the way through high school. So I loved chorus. I loved singing in groups. And then in middle school, my older sister, started playing guitar. So I said, I
mm,
have to be like my older sister. I'm going to start playing guitar.
yeah,
And so I did. And then I started learning guitar. And then combining guitar and music just felt very natural to me. And I had actually been writing poetry as like an angsty teen.
mm.
People that watch my channel know, like I have one song on my list that's from like 2010, and I'm like, I'm just gonna let you know this is very angsty. I was like 13. But yeah, so it just felt very natural with writing and music and singing. And then in college, I really didn't do it that much because, I was focused on classes and I was
Mm.
having a good time, and I didn't, and like dorms aren't really the best place for like creativity or playing
Right,
music.
right.
There's no privacy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was after college, and I kept thinking like, I love music. I have to, I have these original songs. And Chris was like, you need to stream on Twitch. You need to stream on Twitch. And yeah, it was August of 2020, and it was so
Mm.
nerve-wracking, but I started streaming, and yeah, it'll be 2 years this August, which is, I can't believe that. Like, that's crazy. um,
Yeah.
she's going to the Boston Ragers.
The
Yeah,
Boston.
Boston.
Were
Um,
you a partier? Were you a partier? Did you party a lot?
I had a good
You
time.
gotta
I
have a good time.
100%. I think for me it was a good balance though.
Mm.
I always showed up to class. I did very well. I graduated summa cum laude, so I did
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's good.
I went to a school where there were lots of parties. A big school, there were lots of parties. And I had a good
You
time,
might. Well, you
I
got
really
to.
enjoyed it.
You work hard. You play hard. That's how
You
you do it.
have to.
You have to. You gotta let.
Yeah.
You gotta let off some
The
steam.
secret's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little did we know that Carly was
exactly.
addicted to cocaine for 4 years. No, I don't imagine that. Were you addicted to cocaine? Were you addicted to cocaine? Look, she's she.
No. I never tried that. I did other things. No, I'm kidding.
um,
Oh my gosh.
but yeah, I'm totally about a police interrogate. Yeah, what other things, Carly? What other things?
Listen, I live in a state where weed is legal. Weed is legal now.
Let's go.
Yeah, and
Let's go.
here in Maine, it's like, you know,
Do what
I
you
didn't
do.
do that much of that in college, but I'm getting back into that now, and it's
Why not?
nice.
It's nice. It's nice that just
And
what
it's nice, yeah.
I recently quit smoking weed, but it was
Okay, yeah.
and just well I was trying to get a new job, and then I just decided to stop. But like
Yeah,
but
that's
one of
fair.
my favorite things to do was to get high as fuck and go to the gym
Yeah.
and work out, work up a sweat, and then go into the sauna and meditate, and then like you walk out that front door, you're a totally different person from when you entered it. You know what I mean? Like I would be
Really?
so blasted and doing squats and shit, like really getting into it. And then that sauna afterwards, that meditative sauna thing. Man, I
Yeah.
miss working out, and getting high and working out was my favorite. But ever since I stopped smoking weed, I've known my cardio is a lot better. It's like, like things are
Yeah.
better, but there was a lot of health benefits of that. So in the problem was the pandemic came, and I just leaned really hard into weed, and like I don't think I didn't take any
Yeah.
breaks. I was just like, this is what's happening. I was definitely using it as a crutch. I was abusing it.
Yeah.
I was abusing. Believe it or not, you could abuse
Yeah.
marijuana. What are they gonna do when they come for you? Yeah, you better stop it, Eddie. Texas Lizard. Oh, I can't get high before workouts. Makes them so long. Oh, I feel you there. But for me, it was something that helped me like get
Hi,
into
Texas
it.
Lizard.
I don't know. Like, do you like get high and go on hikes, or are you like, I'm like, what kind of stoner do you subscribe to? Are you like, I just at night before bed, or I wake up and I go right for the
Yeah.
bong? Like, what is it? And your mom's listening. Your mom's listening,
So to
Kari.
be honest,
No.
yeah. Hi, Dad. No, it's really my dad though.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Take care, Ryan. Enjoy your pizza.
All right. Be well.
But yeah, so I had like dabbled in it over the years, like very minimally,
Hmm.
in college, and then when like I went to Amsterdam, I had to, but it was I never really found like I don't know, I just didn't like it and it hurt my throat and all
Yeah.
the like it was just not appealing for me. But then here in Maine, um, I heard a lot about Maine weed, and we have a bunch of dispensaries near us. So I
Nice.
just started trying it, and it's just like whenever I kind of feel like it. I
Hmm.
don't feel like I need it, or like I don't
Yeah.
like wake up and do it or anything. I also work with kids, so
Right.
I don't like
Yeah.
do any of that
Showing
super
up to work
frequently.
like, what's up, kids? Today we're just gonna meditate. We're just gonna meditate. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
so
it
so
sounds
it's
like,
been like, just whenever. But also it's so beautiful here, like just to do that and sit outside and just like look up at the sky or just
yeah.
like yeah, take a walk or just actually Chris and I did it before we did our garden. We just
Hmm.
did our garden outside.
Nice.
We were like, let's get high and we'll
Let's get high and work with the
our
dirt.
garden in the middle of the
Yo,
woods.
but that's beautiful, man. I
So that's
love
what we
that.
did.
I no, that was another favorite
Yeah.
thing about like van life, was like we would just go on the hikes wherever we want and pull off. Like, let's just go and hike this mountain over here, and just like getting high and
Yeah.
hiking, and like when you go into the deep woods, when you can't hear cars in the distance, you don't hear people, you don't hear anything but like nature.
Yeah.
It's transformative. It's
Mhm.
something that it's really
Yeah.
indescribable. It's like one of those, I don't know, I yearn.
Yeah.
I yearn for that. There's just no
Do
mountains
you not
here in
have like
Ohio.
nature near you?
We do, but
Are
there's
you
always
are you in like a
people.
more
Yeah, I'm in a city, but like
yeah.
we moved outside the city, so we're in like a suburb of the city. So, but then it's like very rural. So like, which I actually like, because it's very quiet. I don't I don't
Yeah.
hear. I mean,
Yeah.
I hear my fucking neighbors up above me stomping around and constantly pooping. They're always flushing the toilet or something. I don't know what their deal is up there. They're
I
just,
think Raina's talked about that on her stream. I
yeah,
think that's
they just
been a
stomp around
conversation.
up there, and I don't know what they're doing, but I mean, it's like a herd of elephants just going to town up there, and then they're always on the toilet. I hear them every time they flush. Anyways, I won't bore you with the details, but like the upstairs poopers, yeah,
Upstairs poopers.
yeah, the upstairs poopers, they
You
come
you
from.
should leave a passive aggressive note. Like you
Oh my
just
god,
have to.
no,
Your neighbors would really appreciate it.
will you stop shitting so much, friends? Let's be friends, but stop shitting so much. I had an upstairs Zumba neighbor. Oh my god, just
Oh.
stomping around, dancing,
LG.
dancing the fat away. Hey, I guess you got to get it in. I feel bad because Eddie asked a question and now he's gone, so I feel bad.
He did.
So
I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to overstep.
no, please overstep, because I'm just gonna railroad and we'll
Okay, I'll
never get
overstep.
to it. Yeah, please, because I don't like. Maybe Eddie will come back and you can re-answer the question, so I won't get rid of it. But we can start hitting some of these questions. What were we talking about? See, that's a stoner moment right there. Yeah, we were talking about weed. Okay, so it sounds like you got a healthy relationship
Weed and
with weed.
neighbors.
Yeah, weed and neighbors, baby. That's great.
Yeah.
I think that's great. You have a healthy relationship with it, unlike me, who just had to like go hard
Yeah.
for 3 years straight. Just like, there's a pandemic, the world is falling apart. I need a crutch. But let's ask one of these
Yeah.
questions here. So, you have a new single out, or newer single. I think Eddie is here.
Yeah.
Oh, Eddie is probably here, but he's probably lurking because he's getting pizza. Is that what's happening? So we'll
No,
start.
Ryan's getting the pizza.
Oh,
Ryan's getting the pizza.
Oh, is
that
he?
E flat guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's
Eddie
getting
is
the
here.
pizza.
Okay, E flat didn't ask a question then. Eddie asked a question. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
that
sorry,
was
I'm
Eddie.
confusing
Yeah.
everybody. I'm confusing myself. Yeah, Morgana, I tell you how I really feel about these. Eddie, you're here, so we'll get into these questions here. So you have a new single
Yeah,
out
Eddie's
called
here.
"Wasted," and it's fantastic. By the way, I really love the production of it, and I love I love the minimal sound. Like it feels minimal, but like full. Tell us a little bit about the single, and then we'll get into this next question because Morgana wants to know when's the next single coming out. Which I think you kind of know when it's coming out,
Yeah.
right?
So
Toddler upstairs. Yes.
yeah. Um. Yeah, so actually it was through Instagram that this music producer, Josh Northwood, reached out to me, and he's actually in the UK.
Nice.
Wasty, yeah, but he reached out to me, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm this music producer," and you never know when you get messages on Instagram. Is this a
Nope.
creep? Is this a scam? Is this a real person? I don't know. But I looked at his page and seemed super legit, and he is very legit. But yeah, he reached out to me on Instagram and he was like, "I'd love to produce a song for you," pretty much. And I'm like, "This is freaking cool."
Right.
And so we set up a Zoom call because I'm like, I have nothing to lose. Let me just like, I've wanted to produce music, but I'm not a music producer. I didn't know how this was gonna happen, so it felt like just so amazing when I got that message. Like it fell into not fell I mean fell into my lap after a lot of hard work and stuff. But like I'm just very fortunate. So yeah, so we just really hit it off, and he produced Wasted for me, Josh Northwood, and it came out in April. And I like you said, I didn't want it to be overproduced, and that was something I really stressed, was that I wanted people to hear me play it on guitar and listen to the song and still be like, okay, that's not that different, but it's like
Yeah.
it's produced and it has that fullness, and production adds to it, but it doesn't take away from it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm going to be working with him again. I was going to try to release a single before my wedding in September, but no, I'm like, no. So it's going to be in December. I'm like, before the end of the year. So I'll get it out in December. It's going to be a love song. I think will be very fitting because Wasted is like kind of a sassy breakup song.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do like sweet.
Is it based on true
Yeah.
events, on real events?
It's about Chris.
Oh,
It is about, but it's about Chris. But we joke around sometimes that it's about my dog Bella, who's also a love of mine.
I'm saying Wasted is Wasted based on a true
Oh,
story. Oh, okay.
yeah, it's
Because
about my ex high school boyfriend. Yeah,
high school, those high
yeah,
school boyfriends.
loosely.
Loosely, yeah.
He broke my heart.
What did he
No,
do?
I'm kidding. I was fine.
Well, I
He
mean, it
broke up.
hurts though.
He
It
broke
hurts.
up with me in high school.
Like he broke up with you.
Yeah.
Bon Bon, what's up? What's up? So you,
Hey.
what is it? Can't stick around, but you still around like 1.5 hours. I'll come hang. No worries, Bon Bon. Thanks for popping in. It's always good to see your cute little emote
Take
face.
care.
Um, so the so wait a second, he broke up with you as in like he just was like it's over, Carly, or was he like cheating? Like what?
I'm
What?
telling you. yeah, no, so he was my first high school boyfriend. And he was like, like I loved him. At that time, how I understood love at like 16 years old, like I loved him. And it's nothing compared to like the love I know with Chris now, but I loved him at that time. So it was like approaching senior year. It was like a year and a half, which is pretty long for a high school relationship. But it was approaching senior year, and yeah, I think he just like stopped feeling it. And he like came
Oh,
into my bedroom, and I was sitting on the ground, so upset, and he was nice about it and everything. And
oh,
when he was leaving, very random detail, but when he was leaving, like, I don't know why, but for some reason he couldn't go out the front door, so we had to walk past my dad. So my dad's like sitting there. My high school boyfriend just broke up with me. I'm like crying.
oh, oh.
He's a subject in one of the best revenge songs on Twitch. And yeah, you know what? Me and this guy, like, I haven't talked to him in years, but there was no ill will. I'm sure he's
Yeah.
doing really well. But yeah, it was inspired by that. Not every single line is like
Right.
to the T. But but then I met Chris, so it was also during that time when I was like thinking about that, like reflecting on that,
Yeah.
and also, meeting a new person. So
Yeah.
yeah. Hi, Stuart. Hi, Mudfather.
Hey, hey, Mod Father. Welcome, the Mod Father. That was a bad impression. I don't know what I was trying to do there, honestly. It sounded like I was like a smoker.
I see what you were trying to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to do like, nope, I'm not gonna do it. Sounds bad, especially in front of a real Italian. Are you full Italian? Are you super Italian or half
No.
Italian?
Yeah, so my mom, my grandparents are 100% Italian, so I'm half Italian. But I definitely like they've always been really passionate about continuing, like family history, and my grandma's like an amazing Italian cook, so I would always cook with her. I'm an awful cook.
Oh,
But I would always cook with her.
wait,
Yeah, and then Chris and I went to Italy, and I got to actually meet some of like my distant Italian relatives, which was
wow.
pretty amazing. That was a very special experience. And like we're cousins like 8 times removed, but to them like everyone's family, mi
Yeah,
familia, everyone's family. So that
yeah,
was a really neat experience.
yeah. What
Yeah.
were some takeaways from that experience?
I mean, just that, these are people I'd never met in my life, and just the way that they embraced us, which is
Mm,
love, and
yeah,
just we're family.
yeah.
We're connected somehow, but we're family, and they were just so welcoming and kind. And good thing my Italian wife is in the other room. Yeah. Yeah, half Italian, Pete, half Italian. I actually did the DNA thing,
Did you?
and I think it was like 35% Southern Italian and like 15% Northern Italian.
Dang, so you're
And my
like,
dad's like Scottish and Irish or something
oh,
like
muddied up the waters. I did that thing too. You know what sucks is that I did the DNA and I was 38% Mexican, and then like a couple months later they lowered it to 35%. I was like, what the fuck? Like, how did that happen? How
Can
did?
they do that?
Yeah, they did. They
Okay,
did.
this makes me question the whole thing. Now I'm questioning the whole thing.
Yeah, no,
You can't just lower
it's
a
sus.
percentage.
It's sus. No, they're just like you know what? We were running the numbers and we decided, nah, you're 35%. Go ahead. How did you lose 3? I don't know, LG. I don't know. They just decided. They're the decider, I guess, suppose. Yeah, 3% was confused.
3% was confused.
Yeah, I'm 2% Senegalese though, so hey, what's up? How did they change? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know Texas. It's a weird system they have. Yeah, my Mexicanness is leaving me. I'm getting paler all the time. Ever since I lived in Ohio, because I lived in San Diego for like 13, 14 years or something, and like I always had a tan. Always had a
Yeah.
tan. Like I felt like my most Mexicanness out in and it's like right there on the border of Tijuana. So like there was Mexicans everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know shit for Spanish. My mother decided that I didn't need to know even, and then I ended up living like right next to the border in California. But whatever. I love that. I love that evil. Let me tell you, hey.
Right?
But it was
Forget about it.
forget about it. but yeah, I don't know. I came back to Ohio where it's like there's like a permanent omni cloud. It's just gray all the time, and like the sun comes out maybe like once or twice a month or a year. So it's very.
No, wait, are you serious? Are you exaggerating?
I am exaggerating, but it is like today was
Okay.
kind of a nice day, but it's always raining. Like this year's been so rainy and so cloudy and just annoying. It's just annoying. It's annoying weather here in Ohio. Like that's why no one really wants to be here.
Yeah.
That's why you don't know anything about Ohio. It's like because no one wants to know about Ohio. It's just like that's just that one state that I guess they're important when it's time for voting, but other than that, it's like we just pass right on through
you're
that.
right.
Yeah, we're a swing
Yeah.
state, so we ruin a lot of people's
Good old swing
lives.
state.
Half the country's lives that we ruin. Yeah, Ohio. I love the Drew Carey Show, by the way. It was great. But anyways, forget about Ohio. Ohio sucks. So, although I gotta say this.
Okay.
During the pandemic, Ohio was one of those states where it was like, where it was February.
Nice Morgana.
I'm gonna go get the recipe. BRB. Okay, I'll wait. I was about to ask your stuff. Ask your question.
Lasagna recipe.
Oh, you're gonna get one. You're gonna drop it in there. Okay, no worries. I'll wait until you get back to ask your question because it's about stuff. Is there a bad Italian food?
Did we answer Eddie's question though?
No, we haven't. We can move on to that
Okay.
if you want to. Carly, after you and Chris are blissfully married, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? Musically, family, career. Boom. Let's go, Eddie.
Okay, 3 to 5 years. All right.
This is like a job
so we're gonna
interview.
Stay in the tiny home. I have to think about this. So we're gonna stay in the tiny home for a few more years, and then I think we definitely want to buy like a home because we do want to have kids.
Yay!
We really do want to have kids, but not for not for like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
So I would say we'll buy like another small home. We'll figure out what to do with our tiny home, but we can take it with us because it's on wheels either way. So we want to start a family, buy a small home. I definitely plan to continue like playing music. I really enjoy doing it, and not having the pressure on it as I'm in this and doing childcare and working with kids. So probably continue to work with kids. I also have thought about getting my like fitness or yoga instructor certification. That's something that's crossed my mind too, because I'm actually really passionate about lifting and fitness and all of that. So I would just say doing what feels right.
Yeah.
Starting a family when there's no rush.
That's awesome.
And definitely continuing with the similar aspect of this lifestyle. Not like we'll need more space if we have kids, let's be honest.
Mhm.
But
they can live in the bathroom, all right?
Just
Just set up a crib in the shower. It'll be fine. You go for it.
babies don't need that much space for
They
like
don't.
the first year, right? I mean, they're just like
for the first like 3 or 4 years, really. I mean, if they're sleeping with you the whole time, you got plenty of yard. I mean, they're good. Just send them outside. Potty train them. Just send them outside with no diaper on. Just like open the door and slap them on the butt like they're a horse. Like and they just go outside and go play and poop freely. It's fine. We don't care.
Poop freely, exactly. And that's so true, Liz. That's great advice. Have special time with your partner.
Oh my God,
no
yes.
rush,
Yes, indeed.
sure.
That was what was awesome about me and my wife is that we had like a good amount of time to like be friends. We had a good amount of time to be young and be crazy. Hey, Liz, thanks so much for that follow. I appreciate that. Oh, look at the thing. It's doing stuff. I still don't know all this stuff. I still don't even know what all the stuff does on this emote wall. It's so new. Like it just surprised me. Like when they followed earlier and
That
it was
cool.
Nas in a three-dimensional block. I was like, hey, that's new. I didn't see that, but yeah.
You gotta act like you plan these things. So like, oh yeah, I set that up.
Oh yeah, Nas. Yeah, you three-dimensional Nas, baby. Your lyrics are three-dimensional.
Yeah.
You need a lot of room to get away from them. Stop, Stuart. Stop.
I was a great father.
Yeah. Look, hey,
Stuart.
my son, I love him to death, but he is a little terrorist, son. Like, he is a
He's so
terror.
cute, by
He's
the way. He's
adorbs.
adorable when he comes on stream and
He's
stuff.
so
Oh my
cute, but
gosh.
he's a terrorist. He's a little fucking terrorist. But I love him to death. Love him to death. He's my little guy. No, I do love him, and
Ask her than Stuart.
no, kids are great, man. I think you're gonna love having. You're
Yeah.
gonna love having kids, but you're into fitness and more kid. You're into fitness and you're into yoga and you lift. Like, are you what do you do? You said you lift weights, and what's your routines like?
Yeah. Yeah, so since I was a freshman in college, I went to a school that had an amazing dining program, like such a good food. But yeah, I just found myself like eating junk food all the time, like,
Yeah.
people do in college. But it was around then I got really into, because I was like doing track in high school and all of that, but I didn't do any like, because my school was D1 as well. No way I was good enough for that. So yeah, so I was like, I got really into the gym and lifting. And I remember when I first started, I would just go and do cardio. I would do cardio for an hour and then I would leave. Because I had this weird freaking thing that was like, women can't be muscular. Like women can't have like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just like this weird thing. But I think that was part of just how like you were raised.
Wait,
Like,
Sam. So
women
wait,
can't be like super strong.
are you leading up to like you got like hella shredded and you're just like just like 22-inch
Yeah, so
pythons?
I'm leading up to the fact. So this was actually one benefit about social media because I saw all these women on Instagram like Stephanie Buttermore and Buff Bunny and all these like women on Instagram who were lifting. And I was like, damn, they're strong, they're confident. So yeah, it was towards the end of college that I got into. I bought like a lifting routine like 3 days a week and got really into doing mostly lifting weights. And it definitely took time to like develop confidence to do that because sometimes when you go into like lifting spaces and gyms, it's really true that it's all bros.
Yeah.
And
And they're all staring way too hard
just
and
like
way too
developing
long.
the confidence.
Yeah.
Always. So just some of them are way too old. So just
Oh.
developing the confidence, to be like, fuck it. Like this makes me feel good. I can build muscle. Like I can be a woman and be muscular, and yeah, I still go 3 days a week. And just for my mental health, it is so important for me. It is
Yo.
just as much mental for me as it is physical. Cause that is the time that like I am focusing on me. That is
Right.
me time. I have my music in, it's just, yeah. And I really, really enjoy it. So, it's interesting because I don't like talk about it. I mean, on my stream and stuff, I talk mostly about music and stuff, but that's something that's, like a big part of my life. And maybe at some point I could, you know, I've joked around on stream, of like being a fitness instructor, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna do some squats. Now we're gonna da, and we're gonna feel it out and feel the burning. Yeah. Anyway, I think
Get out there and move, y'all.
that's what I'm
No,
saying.
before we
saying.
did this, before we came on, I was
Oh,
I was
yeah.
doing squats. I
Yeah.
was doing my whole leg routine. So like, because I've been getting fat, and
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I've been just getting chubby as fuck, just eating whatever I want. And I got on this guy because I work in a kitchen. I work in the kitchen at this old folks' home, so
Okay.
I'm around food
Yeah.
all the time, and that's like my addiction
Yeah.
is like. I was a fat kid, so I
Yeah.
was like 320 something in high school. So like, anytime any amount of weight comes on me, it's like
Yeah.
it's the end of the world. And I got on the scale the other day. I was like 15 fucking
Yeah.
pounds. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And so I started
Yeah.
shaming
The
myself.
scale is like,
Well, that's
it
easy
can
for
be
you
really
to say.
dangerous. That's the thing.
Which is rude to say, but it's easy for you to say. You're very fit and
I
you're
had
very
my
young.
moments though.
Oh, I'm sure. College is a
Yeah.
weird time for everybody, right?
Yeah.
You're
Right.
on your own. You're eating whatever you want. So this is Buff Bunny, everybody. We're looking at Buff
Yeah.
Bunny. And I followed Buff Bunny
Yeah.
because, well, she is pretty buff and
Yeah.
she's pretty hot. So why not?
Yeah.
That's the
She
problem.
was one of the
Go
one of
ahead.
the cool inspirations.
Yeah,
And then Stephanie Buttermore
oh,
too,
we're
who's
gonna
like
look
a
this.
she has her PhD.
Oh,
Um
I don't know how to spell that.
and she's super cool and just like super honest. It was actually her fitness program that I bought.
Oh, you
Um
bought it.
because yeah, she backs a lot of things up with, I forget what her handle is. She backs a lot of things up with science, which I think is really, the whole science of like working out and nutrition and things like that. Which I just think is interesting in general.
Is that Stephanie right
But
there?
definitely during the pandemic that I did not go to the gym because I was scared.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
I think everyone was scared to like,
yeah. Well, not
it
here
was
in
like, and
Ohio.
I cannot work out at home.
Yeah,
Not for the life of me. I can't.
really, it's hard for you. It's just like I feel
I
you
have no
though.
motivation.
No, no, I feel you though. I feel you because like there's an accountability
Yeah.
that goes with going to the gym. Like if you're gonna take the time to get your stuff, get your gym clothes, to get your like get in the car, especially if it's winter, right? Like then you have to like shovel the
Oh.
snow out of the way, and you if you're gonna go through all that
Yeah.
shit to get to the gym, you're gonna work out. And I'm the same way with you.
Yeah.
My apartment complex has a gym on site, so I'm like, sweet. I'm canceling my gym membership, so I got one. But it's like I'm with you because I would get up during the pandemic. So I
Yeah.
was saying earlier, and then we changed subjects, but it was we in Ohio early. What was it like January of 2021? Gyms were open, mask optional. We gave
Yeah.
zero fucks. And so I was like, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm going to the gym. I'm not wearing my mask. I don't give a shit. Like I didn't get COVID
Yeah.
from funny enough, I
Yeah.
didn't get COVID from the gym. I got COVID well, I got COVID from a Dave Matthews show at the Gorge because I was smoking weed and just
Oh,
passing joints
man.
around like, yeah, the pandemic's over,
Oh,
everybody.
yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
That's not how it
Yeah.
works. That's not
2 weeks later. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
no, on the way home,
Or
home,
1 week later.
I'm just like, yeah, on the way home, I'm like, oh God, I tested and I was road tripping with a friend and oh my God, it was so horrible. It was terrible. My friend, he's a Twitch streamer actually. Matt Suarez is on here. Um, he invited me out to the Gorge and yeah, it was a great. I had a wonderful
Oh,
time, but I got COVID.
yeah.
Whatever. I didn't get from the
Yeah.
gym though, and I was in that sauna too, son. I was in that sauna with some old crusty dudes. But you know what's interesting? Dave will do it to you. Yeah, Dave will do it. Dave will do it. But what
Dave.
you were mentioning like the male gaze, like that's why my wife stopped going to the gym
Yeah.
because she just couldn't go a
Mm.
minute, and plus we live in a very white part of at the time we
Mm-hmm.
lived in a very white part of the city, and she's like the only brown person in there, and she's trying to
Yeah.
work out, and you just have these old dudes just be like and like they're trying to talk to
Yeah.
her, just eye banging her constantly. It was uncomfortable for her, and so I gotta
Yeah.
say I make a very conscious effort not to be a pig I mean when I'm at home and I'm on my phone with my pornography and my insta butts, that's a different thing. But when I'm at the
Yeah.
gym, I'm very respectful because I don't want to. First of all, I don't want to be that creepy guy who's like, oh yeah, look, gotta keep working out,
Yeah.
baby. But
No
secondly,
one likes that guy. Like, and
no,
that guy, like, what are you getting out of that? Like, you think someone's gonna be like, ah, yeah, like, I love the way you're looking at me. Like, stop. And like, when people message me on Insta, because I get some stuff on
I
Instagram, I'm
bet.
like, okay, I literally put a picture of me and Chris like kissing on Instagram. Just unfortunately, I shouldn't have to, but like, one, because I love him. I love the man. Like
Yeah,
he's the love of my life.
of
But
course.
two, also just be as like a subtle reminder. In like my subconscious as a subtle reminder, which is unfortunate that I'm thinking about that, but I am. And that's why I'm nervous to post fitness photos actually on Instagram because I'm
Wow.
just nervous about like the
Dick
weird
pics.
reception I might get.
Yeah.
But it happens anyway. Yeah, it happens, and I'm like, what do you think I've been engaged. I'm engaged. Like I've been with a man for 7. Do you think I'm really gonna be like, oh yeah, like let me send you all these. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? I
Right.
just like, I don't know you. What do
Yeah.
you think? Like,
It's
are you that entitled? And actually, maybe you are. That's the problem.
Your wife got hit on with a what was it? My wife got hit on once from her wedding ring. Some old dude was
Wedding
like,
ring?
are you a princess?" Oh, so what? Oh, he's flexing right now. LG is flexing right now. He's like, "Cause my wife's
Wait, so
wedding."
it's a nice ring though. It's a
Yeah, he's
nice
like,
ring
"My
though.
wife's ring is so crusty with diamonds that someone was like, 'Are you a princess?'" And it's like, "No, I'm married, bitch. Oh, watch out," because she had a princess
Because she
cut.
had the princess.
Ah, it's still a flex.
Gotcha.
You should just went with LG. No, it's a flex. We're just going
It's a
with that.
flex, yeah.
It's a flex. You're good. You're good. You're rich. You bought your wife a lot of a very expensive ring. You're making us all feel bad. It's a little flex.
It's a little flex.
No, but that is like such a
Oh,
weird
there's
thing.
the picture, yeah.
Yeah, it's just such a weird thing that dudes have this like this idea that, you know, if I look at her or if I send her a picture of my wiener, things are gonna go well for me. Like I don't know what that is. I
Yeah.
don't know what that mentality. First of all, I'm just too ashamed or embarrassed. Like I have body shame stuff, so I'm just like I'm not sending anybody anything of mine. Like it's gross. Well, I'm married as well. I don't even like sending my
I was just
wife.
gonna say the other
I don't
thing.
even like sending my wife like I'm not gonna take my shirt off like yeah baby like it's just weird to me. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just I don't get it. You know I'm not
Yeah.
some kind of like you know I'm a you know some male fem. Although I do consider myself a feminist, but like I'm not some sort of like ooh like you know fucking futures female kind of soy boy type situation. No offense, not that you're a boy, but you know you're vegetarian or whatever. Because I am a
Yeah.
pig. You know I am a pig. I do stare at butts on IG. I'm in the porn. Like you know I'm a dude. So like.
Yeah.
But it's just like when you take
You
that
know,
out
as
into the
long as you're
public,
not disrespectful, it's like a respect thing. You
exactly.
know,
Like
it's a
we
respect
have to
thing. And
respect each other.
know the line. Know
Exactly.
the line. You
Exactly.
know?
My
Yeah.
my wife gets the brunt of that blonde object. It's just like me always grabbing it, like, "Hey, come here." And she's like, "Bro, come on, man. I'm washing the dishes, okay? I'm
Leave me
cooking dinner
alone.
for your child. Go away." But
It's
yeah,
always at the worst fucking time. Yeah.
well, dudes
Try to
have,
make the bed. I'm like,
dude.
dudes have the worst timing. We have to leave in 5 minutes.
Oh, well, I can make it quick, baby. Let's go. I only need two. I only need two. Let's go.
That's every man. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure it's
100%.
yeah. It's a anyways. Yeah, but anyway, it is interesting that
And
you.
what Morgana was saying, I was gonna say, like she was saying you could have a public account and a private. I did have a private account and a public account, but like Robbie was mentioning, right, it was too much to manage. I just wanted to have one public account,
Yeah.
and I just to go out of my way to like have to avoid that.
Right.
So I just tried, and I was talking to this in my last music stream. I just try to be like, I have just like a fuck it mentality. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna like, I don't owe these people anything. I don't have to respond to them. I don't have to teach them anything.
Yeah.
Like, do your creepy shit, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
what
yeah.
can you do? So I just try to. Sometimes it makes me want to crawl in a hole and disappear, but I really
Yeah.
try hard to like fight against that.
Yeah, that's horrible. Like that I think that's I think that's the thing that's the problem is like no one should have to feel like that, like no one should have to like
Yeah.
open up their DMs and there's a big old veiny fucking wiener staring at like no one should have to deal with that. Like I don't again, I
No.
don't understand it. But
No.
people are out there just like, yeah, this is it. This is gonna be the one. She's gonna come running over as soon as she sees this thing. It's gonna be,
Right.
it's gonna change our lives. Yeah, I just dropped some
Yeah.
links for Carly. Anybody who's in the chat and you're not
Thank
following
you.
Carly and Robbie, thank you so much for dropping the shout out as well. Make sure you're following Carly. Make sure you go and listen to her song Wasted, which is out right now. And if you're listening to this on the audio end, make sure you're in the show notes and clicking around. It'll be good for you. And don't send her dick pics, okay, you animals? You people.
Yeah.
No dick pics.
You're just gonna get blocked or banned.
There you go.
Robbie G is one of my mods. And Robbie G and my mods are so good. They're so
Unsolicited.
good,
They
and they're
do
so helpful for that
ruin
because they
days.
don't let people be disrespectful. Because I
Right.
have zero tolerance for
Yeah.
that.
Robbie is a great
Unsolicited dick
mob.
pics ruin days.
They do.
Exactly. You
I
know.
hear. I
Yeah.
used to have one on my Twitch self, my professional self, then a personal stuff. I just got my IG person. Yeah, it's a
Wow.
lot to manage. It's a lot to manage. I don't even mess with my private ones
Yeah.
anymore. Like I have like Mikey P ones.
Yeah.
I don't even mess with it. Everything is under the guise of
Okay.
WSEG or We Speak English Good, because it's like this
Yeah.
anonymous
Yeah.
thing, and I talk a lot about people from work, so like I really don't want them looking me up and finding me, because that would be a horrible thing, because there's some awful people. There's only one person that I really don't like at
Ah.
work. There was also another girl that like she was cool, but she's just lazy. But there's some people that,
Yeah.
I mean
Yeah.
I'll go off for like an hour on on somebody's on how someone pissed me off at work today. So, I don't want them finding that. Plus, I talk a lot about my personal
Yeah.
life on this shit. So, I'm okay. I'm okay. So
And porn and stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, exactly. I don't want them knowing that I'm disgusting pig. Like I don't want them to know how many IG butts. Like look. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid. I was gonna show, like, look at my search history. What? What are you kidding me, Mike? You fucking freak. No, I was not on Google, on Instagram, but
Oh, okay.
that too. Either
Oh.
way, I mean, you can only go so far on Instagram, but it's
Yeah.
mostly like big butts. I mean, what am I gonna say? I like big butts. I cannot lie.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. Cannot lie.
I can't.
You
It's fun.
whataboutters can't deny.
It's fun to be both your mods. Happy I could introduce you to. This has been a wonderful interview. I've lurked the whole time putting kids. It's okay, Robbie. It's all good, baby boy. You know I love you.
Oh, Robbie's.
He's
Gosh.
he's a good guy. He's
So
been on the
nice.
show too. Oh yeah, I think you were there at the show.
Yeah, that's how I discovered you and Reina were married, because I knew of Reina,
Yeah.
and that's how I discovered you and Reina were married. I'm like, Reina's a mod here, and then oh shit, they were married for 11 years. That
Yeah.
was such a cool connection.
Yeah. 11
Yeah.
11 it's been honestly, it's been a great 11 years. I mean, there were, like, marriage is a weird thing. You can have your ups and downs. We really got tested during like when we first moved to Ohio. But like I think if you can make it through those hard times, like, you just become a stronger unit, man. And like that's absolutely what happened. Is like we had a hard time when we moved to Ohio, because I didn't want to leave Southern California. Fuck Ohio. I loved my life in San Diego.
That's a very interesting move.
She's from San Diego, so she don't give a shit. She's not impressed, okay? She's from there. Commie Cliff, what are you doing here?
Hi, Cliff.
Shouldn't you?
Oh my gosh, Cliff.
Shouldn't you be like voting for socialized medicine or something? What are you doing? Everybody, go follow Commie Cliff. I love Commie Cliff. Hold on.
Cliff. We love Cliff. Too beautiful. You're a beautiful, Cliff.
You're
a freaking legend. LG has a typo.
Oh,
Such an LG thing.
Hold on.
People who post those butt pics on IG work hard for those
They do.
For those butts and want to share them with the. And you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm
like,
agree.
if you got it,
flaunt it.
If you got it,
flaunt it.
Flaunt it.
Flaunt it. I agree. And God bless those ladies. God
Whatever
bless them.
got it looks like for you.
Exactly. Get it.
Got it, flaunt it.
Get it. For real. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. If you fucking love it and you want to put it out there, do that shit. We all know there's no voting in my utopian commie system. You know what, Commie, you're right. You know what, Commie Cliff, you're right. Why don't you go back to Chairman Mao's China? I don't know. That was probably not right. But okay. Morgana.
Hi, Cliff.
Yeah, hi. Morgana had a question. What has been some of your favorite and not so favorite parts about planning your wedding?
Oh, okay. My favorite parts have been, all the fun things, spending time with family, choosing my dress, just creating a beautiful day where we're going to celebrate our love surrounded by our family and friends. That makes it all worth it.
Yeah.
The hardest thing about it is making everybody happy,
Ugh.
which I know isn't going to happen. But just some of the family dynamics are really difficult. And yeah, just like we're doing some things that are non-traditional, like we're not
Uh-oh.
having bridal parties.
Uh-oh.
We're not religious, so we're not getting married in a church or anything. We're just getting married by a wonderful officiate.
Oh man, I
Um,
hear some Catholic
yeah, so we're
Italians
just doing
getting
something.
squirmy about
Yeah.
that one.
Uh, my grandparents, yeah.
You breaking the heart. You're breaking
But
your grandparents'
yeah, so
heart.
just pleasing everyone. I know.
Pleasing everyone. Now,
It is what it is, though.
what
Yeah,
what
exactly.
what did you grow up in a religious household?
No, well, so actually, my parents got divorced when I was 4, and I grew
Mm,
up with my dad, who's not religious at all.
mm,
But my mom and my mom's side of the family were very religious. So I was
mm.
actually baptized Catholic. Then my parents got divorced, and I grew up with my dad, who's not religious at all. So I'm just not I'm not
Yeah.
religious myself. But yeah, there was sometimes tension when I would, not tension, but when I would go to church and stuff, and because I didn't go through with communion or anything.
Yeah.
So going to like Catholic church with my grandparents and just trying to understand.
Yeah,
I
no.
always felt like the odd one out, but
Well, Catholicism,
yeah,
if you're
I
gonna be,
mean,
Catholicism is
yeah.
like the most boring of them all. Anyways, it's like, why couldn't I come up in like gospel, like in a Baptist church? I'd rather be praising the Lord through music and like through gospel music than Ricola. No, hold on,
Some Christian music is
Ricola.
so good.
I firmly disagree. Only the gospel. I'm only a fan of gospel, but that like praise music
Only,
where it's like for the love and the
yes.
glory forever and ever, oh
And everyone's
Lord.
dancing. Yeah,
I can't deal
yeah,
with that, but it's okay. It's like how country is for some people. It's like I love music, but I hate country. I
mm,
don't hate praise music.
yeah,
It doesn't do me. I just am not. It's just not for me. I'm not very religious at all. Same thing. I grew up Catholic. I was baptized,
yeah,
confirmed, all the
yeah.
things. I'm even married. My next step in the Catholic Church is to die. So like I did all the things.
Mm.
Except I didn't get married in the presence of the Lord because me and my wife got married in the presence of some person with a robe on, so like the justice or whatever. But it's still
Yeah,
it's whatever. I don't subscribe to it. It doesn't really do it for me. But I see the
yeah.
point of it. I can see how religion
Yeah,
is
I
good for some
respect it.
people. Yeah.
100%.
I feel like it gave a lot of people a lot of direction. It gives people direction. It gives
Yeah.
people a moral
And
compass
hope.
and hope. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that fleeting thing, hope.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it's just not really for me. I'm not really into believing in fairy tales. So whatever. But
Yeah.
if people want to believe
Yeah,
in
not for
in
me.
all that stuff, that's great. I'm not hating. Collecting all the Catholic trading cards. I got Pope John Paul II. I'll trade you for Pope Benedict. The Nazi Pope. God, there was a Nazi Pope. Did you know
Stuart
that?
just eloped.
Oh yeah, me
Well,
too. That's how we did it, man. I realized that. Yeah,
no,
you.
see, yeah. That's not a bad idea. Just got sick of all the wedding stuff and eloped.
Yo, it gets to that point.
That's
I'm
fair.
sure. Let's see. Wedding. I think 5 minutes. 5 minutes and
And
hours of
hours of
car.
partying.
Yes, exactly. Morby,
Yeah.
get some rest, my friend. You rest that
Take
voice, that
care.
beautiful voice of yours. You rest it up good. So yeah, no, the weddings. I could see how that problem. So have you had issues with
Yeah.
the whole with the whole religious part of it? I mean, are you or is everybody getting over that fact, or is it still something they bring up all the time, or like how is it working out for you?
Actually, no, because it's a very small subset. It's really just
Mm.
my grandparents, and my mom is like loosely Christian.
Ah.
So it's really just like, yeah, my mom's side of the family, but none of my friends or Chris's family or my dad's side of the family
Hmm.
um, are religious. But yeah, I mean, you try your best to make everyone happy, and then you just say this is what it is, and at the end of the day, you know, it's our day, and we're gonna do what we want to do, and we'll do our best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you just gotta. It's just about having a good time. I mean, weddings are just about joy. I was just a bridesmaid for the first time in my friend's wedding, and it was just
Ooh.
so much fun, and
Yeah.
it's so joyful, and
Yeah. I like
just
weddings.
seeing people you care about, just man,
Religion on
just
Twitch.
love it.
Welcome back, E flat. Wait, that's
Hi, Ryan.
how was your pizza? I hope your pizza is
Yeah,
good.
how was your veggie pizza?
Get that veggie pizza, son.
And I know we have some friends in chat right now that are very involved in church
Mm,
and religious and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah, I just think it's a personal thing, and you know, I mean, it's been used for not good, as anything can be also used for not good, and it's been used for good as things can be used for good.
yeah.
But
Oh, yeah. I mean, the
yeah, I
Catholics were.
remember like having that. Like I just I like wanted to force myself to believe, and I just
Mm.
couldn't believe. You know, I
Yeah,
just I just don't believe in
yeah.
what it is, so I can't say that I do. But
I feel you.
yeah, I believe in love. I
Yeah,
believe in love
I
and
do
human
too.
connection.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think it was my grandma who was like, "Where do you?" Or my one of my cousins was like, "Where do you get your morals?" And I was like, I just care about other people. You have empathy and compassion,
Right.
and you care about your fellow humans, and
Yeah.
you love and care about other people.
Y-
You know,
Yeah, for
I don't
sure.
need something to tell me how to have morals.
Well, yeah, and like
Yeah.
the thing about how I look at it is like I don't know really. So like who am I to know? I mean, maybe there is some white guy with a beard up in the clouds floating around
Mm.
watching me masturbate. Maybe, I don't know, but like I can imagine that'd get really boring really quick, or at least gross. But like I
Yeah.
I don't know. And like that's kind of the whole thing I do. It's like I'm not there's no definitive
Yeah.
answer for me, right? There's no like
Yeah.
there is no like there could be. I mean, obviously there's something bigger than me that's going on in this
Yeah.
world. You can feel
Yeah.
it, right? You can feel it when you're in
Yeah.
nature. You can feel it when you're in a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
group
Yeah.
of people
Yeah.
who are all synced up at a concert and you're all like singing along, or like
Yeah.
there's
That's so
some
true.
there's this
Yeah.
connection to the
Weddings.
earth,
I feel it
the
at
weddings.
weddings.
I
All
mean,
that
love.
love.
There's definitely something more to this world than we know. I mean,
Mm.
even when you talk about it on a scientific level, science goes so it can only go so deep until they're like it's magic. It's like you got
Mm.
molecules and atoms and
Yeah, yeah,
quarks,
yeah.
and then it's magic. So
Chris
like,
is really into like geometry in nature
yeah, that stuff
and
is really
different
interesting.
patterns, and
Yeah,
he has like this really cool tattoo.
nice. Well,
Yeah, that's something we're both like constantly asking. He's like a macro thinker for sure. I
yeah,
think I'm more like micro because I just I don't know what I mean. I mean I'm a caretaker. I'm a
yeah,
caregiver. That's part of what I do for a living. But yeah, I think it's important to ask questions and be curious. It's aliens.
yeah.
Ryan, are you asking if I'm agnostic or both? But yeah,
Are you
just being a good.
agnostic?
I just try to be a good human. Um, I don't. I mean, the thing
Would you
is,
lean
I
more
don't
atheist
know.
than agnostic, or?
I know that I do not believe in God as it is written in the Bible. I don't believe there's
Yeah.
a man in the sky. I don't believe in Adam.
Oh, see, she's been smited by God. He froze her. He
So
froze her.
many of them. But yeah, I know that I don't believe all of those things.
Yeah.
Um, but I am curious about just yeah, like higher consciousness and
Hmm.
I'm people in my chat know that I love space and the
Oh my gosh.
stars and
In the universe.
yeah, I
No,
believe,
it's really interesting, man. I was just sort of looking into like
yeah.
string theory and how vibrations, they vibrations and frequencies control or have a huge influence on how atoms and matter form. And you can see it when you see those. I forget what they're called, but have you ever seen those where they put like sand on like a plate and then they put a certain frequency and then they make these geometric shapes? Have you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, hold
That's
on.
really cool though.
There's so much that's dictated by frequency in this world, and that's what's so interesting about music is that you are resonate like you're controlling frequencies that resonate with particular people that draw them in, and because someone
Yeah.
really has to be drawn to your frequency, and the whole world is made out of the whole world is sort of set and mitigated to frequency, and so that's what's so beautiful and so I don't know, spiritual, kind of a crap word for it, but so amazing about music is that it like you're literally controlling frequency and you're manipulating frequency to attract people or whatever you attract, you know what I mean? So it's just mind-blowing.
I think the Twitch music community shows that, yeah, like Louisa said, it's a big connector. It's like proof that we're from all over the world, all different backgrounds, all different, yet like beyond, even beyond the music, we've developed these connections with people I've never met in my life.
Yeah, for
In real,
sure.
like in person, that I feel very connected with. And I mean, I think that's proof of that right there.
I
People
mean,
that come back to my streams and say like, just such nice
it's
things
like
and feel connected to the
you like
community.
I was feeling terrible, and then I came to your string and you sang a song, and now I just you changed my day. Like those kinds of
Yeah.
situations are just incredible,
Yeah.
and that's what's so amazing about music in that sense is that you can sort of you can literally broadcast frequencies that change the way people are feeling in a moment. And so this is the it's called a Chladni plate, but check this out. So
Hey, Andy.
they're putting sand. Oh, hey, what's up, Primordial? Welcome
But
back,
I would
bud.
invite anybody to talk to me about big things. Cool, Ryan. Yeah.
So this is what I was talking about. So like this, oh God, sorry guys, that frequency is
Oh,
not great.
I think Ryan being like an active listener, I always just try to be an active listener. I think that's so important when people are
Yes,
sharing their experiences.
I'm gonna turn this down a little. I know that frequency is
That's
not
such a.
great. Headphone warm. Yeah, sorry guys, I turned it down a little bit. So like this frequency is creating
Hi,
these
Andy.
shapes. And so this is a great example of how frequencies affect. This frequency sucks ass. So, but I'm gonna turn it down more. But
I'm
like,
like, it's magnets. I don't know why. That's like just in my mind.
it's not. This is just a plate and sand, and it's just making these geometric shapes. And what's interesting is sometimes these geometric shapes can mirror how like a universe is shaped, right? Like these. When
Wow.
you look in the iris of a human, you see sort of the universe would can be you could see those same shapes sort of develop in there, it, mirroring these. It's just it's crazy. I'm kind of getting lost in this, but it's fucking. We are of this universe. The
Yeah.
frequencies that shape us and make us are of this universe. And like you see these shapes in all kinds of different things. You see these ancient geometrical shapes that sort of come. I'm sorry about the sound, guys. The sound sucks ass, but I think I find this so fascinating that this is what frequency does, and this is how it affects people, and even the frequency and how it's affecting our ears right now. It's like I don't like this sound, but like look at how it's affecting this sand. It's making these crazy shapes. All right, I'll turn the sound.
Everyone in chat is like,
Just stop the frequency.
just stop. No, but that's really cool. And I think, like, for me, when I look sometimes at, like, just the way that we've become so dependent on, like, we're on our phones all the time and stuff, I feel like we're losing our connection with nature. The fact that we, like, are a part of nature. Like, we're a part of this planet. We don't own this planet. And I feel like because people are losing their connection to that, they're losing their connection to each other. So
Absolutely.
like living in this place forces me to come back and like remain grounded in that.
Yeah,
Where I
imagine.
think if I was living in the city, I would just get so caught up in just like all this shit that it just puts in perspective all the time of that we have limited time and that, it's a gift.
I
Like to be here is a gift. And that's
I
the truth.
agree. I agree. I I muted. I'm telling Studer that I muted. But I don't know where consciousness comes from. That's the big question. Is like, what is consciousness? There are some people who believe that the universe has some sort of consciousness to it, which I guess that would be like sort of a what God is. I don't know.
Right.
Like if that's what it
I
is.
know.
But I don't know. Where do you think consciousness comes from? What is the where does Carly? Where does
It's
consciousness come from?
well, if you really want, if you really want to know. But I mean, I think these are sometimes I just think we were given the gift of this beautiful planet in this like vast universe, so many miracles had to come together for us to exist. Like the distance Earth is from the sun, the tiniest little thing, and
Yeah.
it just like wouldn't have happened. And I just think it's so hard to grasp and think about that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think more than anything, being alive is weird. Having feelings is weird. Being alive is tell us the mysteries of the
Yeah.
cosmos. Yeah, like I was one of the kids I was working with said, I have so many feelings. And I was like, welcome to being human. But yeah, I think at the end of the day it's just a gift. And like, you know, it's important to question things, and it's also important to just like soak it up and just be like, wow. Because every day, like just being where I live, I'm just like, damn, you
So,
know.
sorry if I ruined your guys' hearing, everyone. I definitely muted that so we didn't have to deal with that. But
Consciousness, though.
but it's
Higher consciousness.
but it's interesting that like that conscious sentient beings came upon this earth through this chance, right? Through some kind of chance that the right temperature, the right atmosphere,
Yeah.
the right steps of evolution is
Yeah.
oversight. What up? Yeah, I did blow it, didn't I? What's up, buddy? Good to see you, oversight. It's been a
Oh,
while.
God.
But it is just such a crazy way to think, and then to think that there's people that there's no other forms of consciousness on other planets and other universes. I don't know, where do you stand on that? Do you think that we're the only
Oh,
consciousness in this universe, or do you think that
no.
yeah
100% not for
yeah
me.
mm,
Because the universe is so vast. I mean, I think they say there are like more planets or galaxies and grains of sand that
yeah
are in the entire world. I
right
mean, I think it'd be ignorant to assume that there isn't other life. Is it intelligent life? I don't know. It
yeah
could be little microbacteria.
mm.
Have they visited Earth? That's the question.
Well,
The
all the
question isn't whether they exist.
right.
Have they visited Earth?
Well, we
And
have.
I just am so fascinated
Oh,
by
me
that.
too. What do you think about the about all these like UFOs that have been coming and like the Pentagon and the New York Times
Yeah.
put it on the front page, and what do you think about all these UFOs or the Fermi paradox? Yeah, oh yeah. But here's the thing. There's some people who are like, why would we want if life has the technology to come here and to travel light years, would we want to put out that signal for them to come here? Because if they own and
Mm.
possess that technology, then that means that they're well beyond us. And it would almost be like us when, like, I was a little kid, I was stomping on ants and stuff, but like, it would be that same idea of like a little kid just stomping on ant. Well, not even a little, it's just like they would look at us like, look at these like these primal apes who are running around shitting all over the earth. They have nuclear weapons. They're constantly at war. They're all divided. They all hate each other.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
can't even agree on like what to call each other. What like they can't even agree on
Yeah.
what pronouns are. You know what I mean? So like what from a higher consciousness of
Mm.
advanced beings, would we want them to come here? I mean, would you want them to come here? I mean, and again, all these
I
UFOs that are
know.
sort of being plastered all over the news and such. I mean, it's a very interesting time to be alive. I don't
Oh,
know.
sorry. Bella just really wanted to
No,
come in. You want to
no
say
problem.
hi? Oh, oh, hi. And I just
Hey,
said,
we
and
got
there's your
doggos. We got
mom. She was
doggos.
like worried about me. She said, where
Aw,
are you?
you've been in there for
I'm
a
right
long
here.
time, bro.
Yeah,
What are you
she's
doing
like,
in there?
she's tired though.
Oh, oh, that is a cute
Oh,
dog. I've been having such puppy fever. I don't know. I mean, just sort of wrap
yeah.
up this sort of this thing. I mean, what would
Yeah.
you want aliens if they had if their technology was advanced enough to come here? Would you want them to come here?
I mean, just out of curiosity and like to say that that happened in my lifetime, yes. But right, like there's there's a lot of risk in that, of course.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
who's to say that they haven't? And like, I mean, of course, the government, I'm sure, knows a lot more than we do. Like, I
That
don't know. I just, and then you watch these videos, or you know, these people who claim that they've been abducted or seen things, and do we believe them? Do we not believe them? Maybe that experience is very real to them, and if
mm,
it's real to them, then that's valid. I don't know. It's just like, but I'm just very curious about it,
me
and
too. Well, I mean,
I
all
think there's more to it than we know. And actually, I watched it was on Amazon. It was with Dr. Stephen Greer. It was about aliens and higher consciousness. Now, he claims he has this meditation exercise where you can connect with aliens
hmm,
through this like higher consciousness. You can connect with higher beings through this like meditation exercise. And I like got really into it. And I was like, I'm gonna do
mm.
that. Still haven't done it, but I do want to get back into meditation though.
Well, I mean,
But everybody's clueless up until recently. The military was pressured not to report it. Yeah, or maybe
yeah.
everyone just, yeah, right.
Well, I mean,
But
if you've ever taken DMT, then you probably met aliens. You probably talked to God. I've definitely
not
had,
yet.
I've definitely taken DMT and had experiences with the elves and like the weird. You have an exercise. Listen, I have an
Oh, yeah.
exercise for a low payment of 19.95 a month. You too can talk to aliens, or you can just get some DMT.
Yeah. So
Uh,
who the frick knows?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just such it's a strange self-replicating machine elves. Yes, primordial knows what's going on. uh, it's a
So
weird
all I have to do is do that, and then I'll see aliens.
in a sense, you see a lot more than just aliens. I'll tell you that. It's definitely
Are you tapping into something more? Yeah, exactly. It's
yeah. That is Terrence McKenna primordial. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I mean, because like
yeah, right.
I'm definitely into taking mushrooms and taking hallucinogens and stuff. And
Yeah,
some people just say it's chemicals reacting in the brain, firing off synapses, and you're tapping into different parts of
yeah,
your brain. And some people say that you're literally piping into to God, or whatever you want to call God, or ancient knowledge that's been passed down through. Is that a Terrence McKenna emo? What is that? Oh, that's your primordial. Hey,
high
SFX.
fives.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. We're just talking about consciousness and taking DMT. Welcome. You've come at the
Yeah,
right time.
talking about drugs and aliens.
Dr-
Welcome to welcome to the show.
Drugs and aliens. Come
We've
on
touched
in.
on music for about 5 minutes.
I'm
But
sorry.
that's what I love about these talk shows.
Yeah.
But that's what I actually love because I talk about music a lot on my channel.
Mhm.
So I really like in these talk shows talking about it's nice to talk about other things because
Yeah.
people joke in my channel that I talk a lot and but I always try. I have to bring it back, and play songs for people, but it's also nice to just talk about other things cuz
Yeah.
like music is a big part of my life and so are other things.
Well, I
So
mean,
it's nice.
as musicians and artists, we don't just sit around and only think about music, but it is interesting that
Yeah,
frequency is like the guiding light to how we are
Andy.
created and how our matter sort of stays together. We are just nothing but matter and atoms that
Yep.
are zeroed in on
Yep.
a certain frequency that make us solid, and that's that, like
Yeah.
we are created by frequency and of earth's elements and such. But it's just it's fascinating. So like I mean, music is so much
Yeah.
deeper than that when you think about it, as in frequency and controlling. I know I no, there's a lot of I'm just saying frequency over and over, everybody. It's just like frequency and waves, man. It's just, I know
It's
it's
the
getting redundant.
frequency.
It's
Yeah.
getting redundant as shit, but it is so fast. It's just something I've been really thinking about lately. Did I breathe these something to hurt you? Did the
Everyone in chat's being really funny.
Yeah, it's going. It's going. Okay, so we got a Baby Yoda interview. So hold on one second. You're freaking me out. You better stop.
What does that mean?
Well, Robbie did it on purpose. So hold on.
Oh, I'm scared.
All right.
Y'all, what
Talk to
Robbie
chat. Talk to chat. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Hi everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. It's so lovely to see you. So lovely to chat about different things, different life things. Stuart, Robbie, Ryan, Pines, Andy, Pizza Man. We had Cliff here. We have LG. We have so many friends. And it's just been so fun to be on this show. Texas Lizard, Oversight Mod, Morgana. Like, y'all have been great. This has been super, super fun. Can you tell me the guiding principle behind Ryan? It's love.
Yeah.
Love is the
Well,
principle.
love is a frequency too, right? It's a frequency that you can feel in your chest, you can feel in your head. It's chemicals, it's a chemical reaction. Like you can feel free. Like I remember, when you first
Pheromones,
fi-
certain smells.
smells. I mean, like I remember, when you really love someone, I could just feel like a crazy vibration going between, like when you get close to them. It's like our
Yeah.
bodies put off a vibration, like we're actually what do
Yeah.
you call that, auras, and whether you believe in auras or not, I guess they're real, but we do put off our own frequencies, and we do put off
Yeah.
these, besides chemicals and
Yeah.
pheromones and all this stuff. So we're very much, yeah, frequency. I'll just keep saying frequency. All right, we're gonna summon Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, that was
Agree,
quick.
Ryan. Okay, Baby Yoda.
Oh, there
Take
you
care,
are, Baby
Louise.
Yoda. Hey, Baby Yoda, how you doing there, buddy?
Oh, not bad. My cousin just got off the plane and landed.
You got a cousin Yoda?
Yep.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
We were playing Yoda blocks, well, it got boring, so we wanted outside time. But my Yoda mom said no, I want to sleep.
Um,
No, I want to sleep.
yeah, Reina, turn up, Yoda. Yeah, that's Yoda needs to turn up. Turn up, Yoda. Come
A
on,
little
turn up.
louder, Yoda. A little louder for the folks in the back.
So, Yoda, do you have any questions for today's guest, Carly Sings?
Yes. What was your favorite? Wait, is he a musician?
Yes.
Okay. Your most favorite song you ever made?
Carly
Oh,
Sings.
my most favorite.
Oh, go ahead.
Hi, Reina. My most favorite song that I ever made. I'm trying to think because all my songs are definitely different and happened at different times in my life. But I have this song called "Love of Mine," and I wrote it when I met my fiance Chris, and that song means a lot to me. So I'd say that's my favorite one.
So your favorite song is a song about your fiance and how you guys met and love of mine. That's very nice. Baby Yoda, do you have another question for our guest?
No, but does the guest have a question for me?
Yeah. Okay. Look at baby Yoda. Carly Sings? Do you have a question for our dear young Baby Yoda?
Yeah, my question for Baby Yoda is, do you always wear that jacket, or do you ever wear anything
Baby
else?
Yoda, do you always wear this jacket, or do you ever change? I mean, and do you wash
Well,
it?
I
Do you
I
wash
don't
it?
actually change different clothes, but I have a ton of the exact same copy of that sweater.
Ah,
So
I see.
if one gets
Okay.
dirty, I have another one to replace it.
Ooh, okay.
That's brilliant. What an answer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Baby Yoda.
Yeah, Baby Yoda has just like 20 of the same robes.
No, it's mostly 15.
Oh, it's 50. Oh, my bad.
It's 15.
it's
You
50.
got the number wrong.
You know what? I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to offend you, Baby Yoda.
It's okay. It's not offense. It's just you gotta get the math right.
Okay, all right. My bad, bro.
Like,
My bad,
lucky
Baby Yoda.
number
Baby
instead
Yoda
of
knows what
lucky
he
number.
wants.
Taking me to task,
No.
Baby Yoda. Carly or chat, is anyone in chat or Carly, do you have a question for Baby Yoda before he takes back off to play with his Yoda cousin?
I have another question. Do they make glasses that would cover your eyes, Baby Yoda?
Baby
Because
Yoda.
they're about half of your face.
Baby Yoda, your eyes are so big. Do they make glasses that cover your eyes?
Well, mostly any type of glasses. Like, you know those big ol' glasses that you see on side of cartoons? Well, I use them.
Yes.
Like, if I ever needed glasses, I'd use those.
Ah, I see. You know, I thought that Baby Yodas didn't need glasses. I thought they just had all of them had perfect eyesight.
Well, actually, sometimes if we don't get enough eye juice, we could lose our perfect vision.
Oh, so you need eye juice. Now is
So
this
you always have to have eye juice on hand.
what now is this do you have to like mine this eye juice or do you have to like drink like how do you ingest it and where do you find it?
It's mostly found on every single planet. It's basically water, just filled with different types of chemicals.
I see. Okay, so we got a couple questions from chat, Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda, what's your skin care routine, and how do you maintain that pale green glow?
It's pretty easy. Well, you basically don't really need skincare as a Yoda. You just wake up and it's always perfect.
Oh.
It's always the same.
So
it never changes.
That's nice. I wish I had that routine. I could just wake up and my skin was beautiful at all times. Okay. So that's how you maintain.
What you eating, Baby Yoda?
Yeah. What do you eat to maintain that glow?
Well, baby Yodas don't actually eat as much. Well, they still eat like food because like everything needs food to live. But we only eat like different types of rocks.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Very strong.
Let's have a good digestive
that
system.
are made as like they were metal.
I see. What?
Wow.
Why?
Digest metal.
So
that's the secret.
That's the secret. You gotta digest eggs and stuff. Or I mean, so why do you
metal?
Why metal? My bad. why frogs, Baby Yoda? Because it seems like you like frogs and frog eggs.
Well, those are basically our dessert. They taste
okay.
so sweet.
Wait a minute. No, you don't. Okay, never mind. All right, well, there you go. He likes to eat frogs for dessert. There you go. If you're growling...
That's a great dessert
It's
option.
Bella. Okay. Bella's growling. Baby Yoda, thank you so much for coming down from space to talk to us.
Claps and chat.
Let's get some claps going. Thank you so much, Baby Yoda. Have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Baby Yoda.
Crowd's going wild.
Oh, okay, Ryan.
All right, there you guys go. There's some Baby Yoda. Thank you,
my
Robbie,
gosh.
for getting that Baby Yoda interview. I appreciate Baby Yoda has the wisdom of a much older Yoda. I agree.
Seriously.
I agree. Thank you so much, Morgana, for doing that. Why didn't I? Hey, Rob.
Hi, Tim.
What's up? You can Carly try to play something acoustic, maybe. Okay. Are you up to that? Do you want to play a song, or how you feeling?
Yeah.
And we can wrap up after that.
I can play a song.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Then let's get this going then. Oh.
Well, you know what? I was gonna play Wasted, but I think I'll just play one of my favorite acoustic songs to play, which is called, y'all know it. If you're in my chat, y'all know Bloom by the Paper Kites. I'm gonna do that one.
All right. Well,
it's a beautiful song on acoustic guitar.
All right, I'm gonna turn it over to you then, and everybody, whoever's listening on the audio side, Carly has really
Hopefully
good.
It's okay.
Yeah, Carly has really good sound generally. We're just going through Zoom, and Zoom sucks today. So give us a little. Give us a little leeway on that. But everyone who's in chat knows that you got great stuff. And thank you for that follow, Rev Aftershock 215. I appreciate you. Here's Carly. She's going to play us a tune.
So I think this is just a really nice... The sun is setting in Maine right now. It's so beautiful and peaceful out. And this is one of my favorite songs, like top 3 to play on acoustic guitar. And it's called Bloom by the Paper Kites. In the morning when I wake and the sun is coming through, oh, you fill my lungs with sweetness and you fill my head with you. Shall I write it in a letter? Should I try to get it down? Oh, you fill my head with pieces of a song I can't get out. Can I be close to you? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can I be close to you? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can I take it to a morning where the fields are painted gold and the trees are filled with memories of a feeling never told? When the evening pulls the sun down and the day is almost through, oh, the whole world it is sleeping, but my whole world is you. Can I be close to you? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can I be close to you? Can I be close to you? Can I be close to you? Look at all those beautiful emotes. Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for all the lovely emotes in the chat.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I heard that song and I was like, this is meant to be played on acoustic guitar. So I love that
And
one.
that was a cover, the cover song.
Yeah, that's by a band called the Paper Kites.
The Paper
called Bloom.
Kites. I mean, that was very
The
beautiful.
Paper Kites.
Are
Yeah,
they?
they're like indie. I love indie folk music, so they're right up that alley.
Are they?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mighty, for those claps. Yeah. What they
Thanks, friends.
Yeah, I love that indie folk stuff too. I definitely gotta check these guys out.
Yeah.
So the Paper Kites, are they an older band? I'm sorry, I'm like reading. Oh yeah, they're from like 2009. Oh, they're from Australia. Okay.
Yeah. And then, so another band that I've like, actually, a cool thing that happened, there's another band I recently discovered, and anyone that watches me knows that I love they're called Hollow Coves.
Hello,
And
Cole.
it's two guys. And I think they're actually from Australia. And actually, I posted like a little short cover of one of their songs on Instagram and they commented on it, which was like, I was fangirling. They put a heart. But actually, their song called Evermore is the song that I'm going to be walking down the aisle to when I
Oh,
get married in September. So,
that's so
and
sweet.
I found out after the fact that they actually wrote it for one of their sisters, I think, to walk down the aisle to.
Oh,
So,
that's so sweet.
yeah, so that's pretty cool. So I
My,
told them I was like, I'm walking down the aisle to your song in September.
oh, did they
So
respond?
I think they liked it,
Oh,
which was great.
that's awesome. Hey, hell
It
yeah,
was
that's
pretty
so
cool
cool.
though. It was pretty cool. I was like, dang,
Mighty,
yeah.
thank you so much for gift subbing that sub to Nader Tater. I appreciate you. I'm gonna give you some
My
love.
gosh.
Mate. We gotta give her love, or give them love. I don't know what they are, but they're awesome. And thank you so much for 736 Jesus Horna. Thank you so much for that follow too. I appreciate that. So yeah,
Welcome.
I think we're coming to a close here. I really appreciate you coming on the show and hanging out and playing a tune and sharing your thoughts and ideas and such. Is there any parting words that you want to leave us with before you take your sweet goodbye?
Thank you so much for having me. I know you reached out like, gosh, maybe it was a month and a half or two, whenever Robbie was on the show, and I'm just so glad we could find a time. Thank
Yeah,
you for having me.
absolutely.
This has been so fun. And again, it's been awesome to talk about things like music, but really outside of music a lot too. Is really great. And I appreciate seeing all of the familiar friends here. I love and care about the Twitch community so much and my community, and I'm grateful to just be a part of it. And this was super fun. Like, thank you so much. This was
Oh no,
awesome.
I had a blast
Much
too.
love, everybody.
Yeah, and I appreciate you. You know, I really do appreciate you making it work as well. I mean, like I know, I mean, Reina, thank you so much. I got 99-bit problems, but an awesome podcast ain't one. Man, look at all these weird,
Reina
these
knows.
emote wall. This emote wall just keeps on doing stuff I've never seen it do before. What the hell's going on?
It keeps getting better and better.
I
Like,
know.
things are flying across the screen. There's fireworks. There's lots going on.
We are going to raid over to the Risky Biscuit
Thank
Band,
you.
everybody. They've been on the show before a long
Sounds
time
good.
ago. So we're gonna go stick around for the raid, everybody. We're gonna be going over
Awesome.
there. I'm just trying to make sure I'm spelling biscuit right because I can't spell good either. So everybody stick around for the raid. Let's go over to the Risky. Oh my God.
Take care, everybody. Enjoy your night.
Yes, indeedly
We're
doodly.
getting there.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Hold on. Just stick with me, guys. I promise I'll make this happen eventually.
Copy those raid and subway
Yes,
commands.
please, indeedly
If you want
doodly.
to join,
Yes, I did it.
mod love.
All right, guys, we're going over Risky Biscuits. They're awesome. I love these guys so much.
Sweet.
They've been on the show a long time ago. They're Twitch partners now. They're killing it. Thank you so much. And again, thank you so
Thank
much, Carly.
you.
And make sure everybody goes into it, go and follow. And if you're listening on the audio, please go into the show notes and make sure you get the link and go follow. And of course, go listen to Carly's latest single called "Wasted."
Thank
You
you.
won't be disappointed. Make sure you're doing that. Make sure you run up those numbers so she can get a fatty Spotify check at the end of the quarter.
Thanks, Robbie G, for the lyric video,
Oh
for
yeah,
editing and compiling that.
yeah. We
Shout
watched that
out.
on when Robbie was on. I forgot about that. Robbie was on,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. It was,
we got to
gosh,
watch
so
that. So
kind.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. All right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Chordmaster, who is a streamer here, and he's a person who does interviews as well. So we will be back, and we'll have some music news on Wednesday where we just hang out. So please come on back, and if you guys want to stay up to date with what's going on, jump in the Discord and hang out because we got stuff going on.
Jump in the Discord.
Let's go jump on the D. All right, y'all. We'll see you over at the Risky Biscuit Bands. Let's show them some love.
Bye.
And we are